Let's go live. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome. Welcome on in. How's it going, everybody? It is Tuesday. I was just playing some CK2. No, CK3. And it's time to freshen up. I'm off camera. I'm off camera? Am I off camera? No, I think I'm good. Welcome to the stream, Jung. How's it going? Hopefully everything is going all right. I just received my COVID test. What was that sound? Oh right, we came here to the Sunset Sarsaparilla. I don't actually know what I was doing. Are you okay, Festus?
Howdy, partner. If you an old...
He doesn't say anything new. Interesting. So yeah, I just received my COVID test and I tested negative. So I'm free of COVID. As of right now anyway. Because you know how it goes. Because I was exposed last week to somebody who tested positive. So stay safe, everybody. And I was just dealing with that. That's why I started off a little later than normal. I was just replying to people on Twitter and whatnot. So, we need to drink. We need to do a lot of things. And I have my head full of CK3, so I have a lot of strategies in my head, and none of them are Fallout New Vegas. Even though we streamed this last Saturday, didn't we? Did we? No. It feels like yesterday, honestly. I don't remember. Jung is gonna correct me, most likely. I need H2O. Rushing water. No, that's not what I need. I need to drink. That's the sound. It was just Sunset Sarsaparilla bottles. What quest are we doing? Bleed me dry. There's the fire geckos. There's the... I don't want to do any NCR Saturday. Yeah, I don't remember what I streamed last Saturday. I don't want to do any NCR quests before I meet the Legion. The people who I have for the Legion, it's Arcade Gannon and Eddie. Let's do his quest. Does he have a quest? He should have a quest. Arcade.
What's up?
I thought you had a quest for us and all that.
It could be better. But really?
Yeah.
See you around.
I really thought you had a quest, dude. Oh, this is broken. I don't remember. Either way, we have things to do. We need to find entertainers, that's right. Are we actually gonna go to the Legion right away? I think we are. I think we are. Is it just me, or is this COVID thing overblown? Nah, it's not just you. I imagine here in Portugal, it's actually... The numbers are not... are nowhere near as high as they should be. Because, like, I know of... well, 2 cases, specifically me. I know 2 cases where somebody tested positive and they stood in isolation with their spouse in the house, and the spouse didn't test positive. So either... Because the thing is, the free tests that you get for free out of the national health system... here in Portugal anyway, the free tests that you get are rapid tests. So there's a chance that you get a negative and you are positive. And the test that I took is not one of those rapid tests. Otherwise, I would have had the test earlier. And so it's more expensive. And that's probably why the numbers are just... Because the thing, the laws here... the law here is basically, if you get exposed to somebody who tests positive, you are forced to stay in isolation for 14 days. since the time of exposure. And you have to have a test. The test is paid by the National Health Service. And even if you test negative, you're still forced to be in isolation. And that's to account for the false negatives, basically. And, yeah, so the numbers are probably... I get protecting the weak, but not at the expense of everyone else. Yeah, well, but the thing is, you need to understand that, like... Sometimes, there's a very big case to say, you know, the cure is worse than the disease. But the problem is, it has to be worse than the disease. Because, like, if the disease is worse than the cure, then the cure is not working. You know, like taking a vaccine so you're immune to a virus. The vaccine is it's worse than the virus because you don't get the virus, but the vaccine hurts because it's just, you know, it just sort of like, it prickles you, right? So that's something. That's damage. That's like 1 HP. So the cure is effectively worse than the disease. In this case, it's obviously not a matter of being immune, but the problem is you just need to look at how rapidly it expands, and not just on a local level, not on a numbers level, but also in terms of mutations. That's the biggest risk, and it's going on right now with the UK in specific. I know of the UK, but I imagine other places have the same problem or similar problems, where different strands that are more virulent, more, you know, transmissible, show up, and that's a huge problem because I think, I don't remember the numbers exactly, but you just need to think of, imagine if if it mutates into being something that is twice as infective as, you know, that infects twice as much. It might be unstoppable even with a lockdown. You know what I mean? And the lockdown isn't even about, or a lot of times it is about stopping, and it does work to stop. Like, you need to look at, you know, Asian countries and stuff like that. But more importantly, it's just about managing the amount of people who are ill. And that's I think where the argument really comes in, is because you're prioritizing so much, or governments anyway, are prioritizing things so much for COVID, that it comes at the expense of other diseases. And here in Portugal, that's certainly a problem. Like, if you have other diseases, you're screwed right now, and that's a huge problem. That's really bad. But the problem is you can't really compare to what it is right now, because what it is right now is way better than what it would be if there were no measures to counteract it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, even small things like allowing people to allowing people to work from home. That's a huge measure, and it goes unsaid. It goes sort of, we don't even think about it. And I've been working from home since September. I could have been working from home since March. For me, in my case, it doesn't matter too much, but like, it did matter. For me, it did matter. I can tell you for a fact that had I not been working from home, and I work alone in an office, had I not been working from home, I would have had the virus now, and I don't have the virus. And last Christmas, I went to my grandma's. I spent Christmas with my grandma's, and it was all fine. And I mean, sure, we had some, just, you know, some. What's the word for staying away from each other? What's that word? Social distancing. That's the one. But we ate together, so, you know, we were talking and we were eating. You know what I mean? So there's a certain level of success there, I suppose. At least in my particular case, I can honestly say that the fact that I have been working from home for the last 3 or 4 months, has allowed me to celebrate Christmas with my grandmother. Just in my personal case, obviously. So that the new law that the government wants to get approved gets denied. I don't know what that is. What law that is. So what are we doing? Travel to Cottonwood Cove. That's what we're doing. Render unto Caesar. It's actually unto Caesar. I'm not sure if that's the same as onto with an O. It might be the correct way of saying onto. It's unto. What I'm really interested in is actually Benny, but the render unto Caesar is the mission that's gonna get us to Benny. This is gonna be a stream and a half if it's gonna be us getting to the Legion. It's gonna be us getting to the Legion. Holy crap! Power to shut down things until September next year. Your government doesn't have that? Interesting. It makes sense. The way our government works is they have to declare... It's basically, they have the power. They just need to mess around with some things. They have to declare some state of emergency or whatnot. We only did it the one time. We didn't do it again. But things have been shut down in one way or another. It's just sort of... It's complicated. There's like recommendations and some other stuff. We are on a different level, but yeah. There's a lot of limitations that certain governments have just in emergencies like this, and I understand why. I understand why they would want to do something about that. So, what is left for us to do? Many things are left for us to do. Absolutely an enormous amount of things. But, and a lot of them are actually related to the NCR. But before I do the NCR missions, like the missions that we sort of just did, I want to go and find Benny. I want to go back to the main quest line. Samrock Crushing Plant. Huh. Let's go south down the I-15, I think? Yeah, let's clear out the rest of the places down through here. We're gonna go to Quarry Junction, I think. Maybe. Yeah, let's just go south. Let's get the enemy that's further that way. And clear the rest out, the rest of the... Wait a minute, that's Vault 3. Oh, right. Clear the rest of the enemies. Sorry. Clear the rest of the fiends that we have further south. And get to the Legion. With these fellas that we have. Well, Eddie and Gannon. They're gonna be fine. Now, who's this enemy over? I also need water. Who's this enemy? Is it Eddie spotting them from very far away? We have we have locations for days that we haven't seen. Yeah. The problem with the governments is that they're beholden to
Here we go.
economic. Uh-huh. It is more fiends. Oh, you're dead. Oh, well. No, it was fine. What do you mean, go? You got a laser pistol. You have no right to say go. I think this is the front side of the... I think this is the front side of the Vault 3 whole place. And we just never cleared it out.
What a shame.
Wow, you talk a lot, don't you? You have a Ripper? Did I give you a Ripper? I didn't do that. Who's the friendly? El Rey Motel. Dude, are you seriously gonna be using that all the time? That's kind of annoying. I'm gonna need to give him like a minigun or something to make him less annoying. Hi!
Hey, welcome aboard.
No problem. You have a motel over here? Well. Oh. That's the airfield over there. There is a place here, or two rooms. A very easy locked one. With a radio. And a wastelander who has died. Potentially of overdose. Potentially. So the problem is that they need to look like they are in charge and doing things and help, but it's not. Yeah, that's the thing. Like they're serving a double master, as it were. On the one hand, they're basically, well, I'm not saying every government is like that. Although I wouldn't say that not every, you know what I mean. Basically, I'm generalizing, but they're beholden to the economic interests of the country on the one hand, but at the same time, also the fact that they're going to be voted out if they don't look like they're doing anything interesting. And when the economic interests of the country clash with the people who vote on the government, then yeah, that gets really messy. And when I say economic interests, I mean like, you know, stocks and big corporations and stuff like that. What happened here? Red paint on the floor. Definitely not blood. Absolutely not blood, although that one could be. Yeah, there's just some bad things going on up in here. I mean, I can understand. Don't get me wrong. They are right next to the NCR and the Fiends. Can you imagine sleeping in a place like this? Hey! You cut his head off with your laser arcade. He's a crazed chem addict. Potential... Ooh. Pre-war casual wear. Very cool looking sweater, all things considered. Potential hiring material for the Fiends. But yeah, as I was saying, can you imagine sleeping in here, the Fiends and the NCR fighting all the time? Ooh, got a pre-war hat. That reminds me, I need to fix my power armor helmet. No, I don't, actually. Well, I do. That pre-war hat, it was broken as hell. But even a little bit of durability gives a minimum. So, like, I think, like, if you have a hat that only has 1 durability, it'll still fix your whatever for a bunch. So we got some friends in here.
So I hear the honcho of one of them strip families up and disappeared. Poof. Yeah, they'll find his body someday.
That was Benny. They sometimes talk about that. I think she's talking about Benny. I'm not sure. But look at that. All the doors are closed. Mr. Harry, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Not this one, though. Oh. Good job. This would be a good opportunity for me to get some glands. And on our way south, we're gonna get some... I mean, because we're going south. There's a threatening note here. On our way south, we're gonna go get some Ruby's casserole. Your debt still remains unpaid. We have warned you twice. There will not be a third warning. Only consequences. You have 1 day. I think the consequences... we just killed the consequences with our laser pistol. Well, I mean, Arcade's laser pistol. This is the person. 9 bottle caps. Yeah. That thing's, huh? Ooh, wine. That might be good. It is not. Not very... chilling with a glass of Martell? I am not sure what Martell is. And what quests are you doing? We're going to the Legion. We're going down the I-15, meeting or finding every place that we haven't seen yet. Every single place that we haven't seen yet. Hopefully, it's gonna give us a fair amount of episodes because I'm expecting an average of 3 episodes per stream, and hopefully I get those.
Looks like break time's over.
I was gonna say, he's going for the Reaper. I was gonna say we're getting close to Vault 13. Oh, excuse me. I need to grab your friend over here. Laser rifle. Yeah, I know. Hey, stop it. Hi. Oh, he didn't die. Very, very mean. I'm not 100% on board with us gaining... Oh, spiked knuckles, that's nice. I'm not 100% on board with us gaining karma when we kill the Fiends, to be honest. Now, don't get me wrong. The Fiends are terrible. They're awful. But at the same time, they're the only faction where that happens. Right? Let me fix my power fists here. Pushy. Oh yeah, fix it with anything. Good. I love this jury rigger situation. They're the only faction where that happens, and it's a little bit weird. Cognac. Do you have high medical skills? No. No, I don't. In fact, that's a dumpster stat. As I opened the stat. You posted something angry about lockdown. Oh, yeah, Jung was talking. We were talking about just the situation, general situation, because I was... New Vegas Steel. Wait. This is a steel factory? I mean, whatever that means. I think New Vegas Steel just means it's the company. But they have chimneys. Let's go in. Okay, that shines like hell, and everybody's very upset. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Oh no. Y'all can deal with that. Somebody called Mr. Steel. There's a goo pile over here. Don't feel upset about it. I believe it's the pistol that makes it. Crazed Mr. Handy. Yeah, they weren't very... There's a lot of crazed stuff around here is all I'm saying. There's a lot of them as well. And look at that. That glows because it's... Oh, okay. Because it's steel. That apparently glows. I think it's supposed to be molten steel or whatever. Fun fact, although it might not be that fun. The only reason things at high temperature... Well, that's not... The reason why things at high temperatures glow has to do with the excitement of particles. Patriot's Cookbook, thank you very much. The excitement of particles at high temperatures, which mimics light, visible light, not being quite the same as normal visible light. It's a different type of radiation, but our eyes see high temperatures as light, or as, you know, normal light. What do we have in this computer over here? Lucky 38 executive override. Yeah, one day we'll figure that out, because I think I know what that is for. But we're not going to worry about that for the moment. There's a lot of magazines. Yeah, so basically what happens is that anything that is at high temperature, and that includes air, and when I say high temperature, I mean, I think at around 800 Fahrenheit or 500 Celsius, somewhere around there, you start to get light coming off of things. Anything that is at high temperature will shine. Not just steel. They're going. So what that means is that thing is at 500 Celsius or more, in fact, because that color over there is probably this is the color of molten steel actually. So this would be at 1,000 Celsius. We would not be able to stand this close to it, or let alone touch it. Although yeah. It's the problem of the lava. It's the same exact problem, except lava is a little bit less believable than that, because lava is not at 1,000 degrees, it's at 4,000 degrees. Although not all lava, but yeah. And this thing requires an enormous amount of energy. These crucibles, that's what they're called, these things. They require an enormous amount of energy to melt all the steel. And they do it through electrical short-circuiting, basically. They pump a lot of voltage in there. It makes a huge racket. It is some of the most awful noises you'll ever hear. Is the melting of steel in big industrial crucibles. And there's nothing up here. Oh, there's a first aid kit that, yeah, feels like I looted it. And it makes a tremendous racket, and it uses a lot of energy. You need high medical for a quest in an NCR base for a secret something regarding Caesar. If you want to tell me that, I can weave that in. What how high medical are we talking about here? Because I can use magazines and just pretend that I didn't. Because it's editing, you know. I can do all the things. Oi! I want to play with you. Oh, I guess my companions are playing with you already. I mean, to be fair, they're also playing with me. Be careful, you goons. I was gonna say buffoons, but then I didn't, and I should have. These mines are incredible. They're so much better positioned than the ones in Fallout 3. In Fallout 3, you'll usually find mines just about everywhere. Oh, my hydration is in big trouble. Whenever you go to a place that has enemies, it's very likely that you find mines, honestly. Is this... Oh, sorry. Let me just... Ooh, Sunset Sarsaparilla. I think I might have some. And also found a place, so let's find out what that is. Sunset Sarsaparilla, thank you very much. Who's... Oh, it's friendlies. Friendlies are fighting. Okay. Yeah, this is the... Oh, that's fine. This is the Camp McCarran still. Dirty water is very important in a time of thirst. I don't know that our friends survived. I only see one of them. Ganon is gonna do the thing. This is bad news. Nope. Good job. It's just a normal fiend, though. Yeah, they don't have anything interesting. Let's drink our dirty water. Radiation never killed anybody. I think I need to go there. I'm not sure. That looks important. So what is this? A west pump? West pump station. Okay. I'm trespassing.
I've been waiting for
What?
a fight.
Excuse me. That's not trespassing? I mean, it is. Don't get me wrong. It's just... If I'm gonna... What?
Here
Oh!
we go.
Do we? There's a bit of fiend over here. We're just getting brass knuckles left and right. I mean, don't get me wrong. Lovely. But... Okay, let's worry about that in a little bit. Where exactly... There's somebody's eye up there.
Here we go.
Are you still not done? Where exactly are we? Shot somebody else, didn't you? Can't even tell. Microfusion cell. I don't know what this is. I mean, I do. It's a pump. But why are fiends here? Why is it trespassing? And, yeah. It might be a quest. So there's something back there that we haven't seen yet. So we need to be... And didn't break my legs. Okay. Harry, if you still know about the quest, I can do it. You need to tell me, though. Back here to the train tracks. Is this another entrance to Vault 3? Yes, it is. So we just have the interior of Vault 3. Yeah, I'm going to Caesar, but like, if you want me to do the NCR sounds interesting, so you need to tell me exactly how to do that. So we've been here everywhere, in fact. Good. We're going back because I'm just exploring. You need to tell me, like, if there's something that I can do before going to Caesar. That sounds like an interesting thing that I could do. But even if it requires a lot of medical, that shouldn't be a problem because I have magazines. And I might be about to level up, in fact. Let's hope so. I am about to level up. And the reason why I was sort of confident that I was going to level up is that we're going to go south and we're going to explore a bunch of things south. So, yeah, we're going to level up. I haven't done everything at McCarran, no. I'll do that after I come back from the Legion. Or is that a bad idea? Might be a bad idea. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get to the Legion without them being aggroed on me. We're back here where Cook was, if I remember correctly. Wait a minute, there's things all over for sure, but there's also something here. What is back here? A big pile of radioactive goo. With something in there. Some chems, plastic skeleton. Wow, really radioactive place. Can you show me the map? Yes. You should go down to that nuked town, do the quests there, and from there go back up to New Vegas to visit the Legion and the NCR areas. The nuked town. What is the nuked town? Because I'm not afraid of, like, doing things out of order. But I have no idea what the nuked town is. Extreme south. Oh, there's like a... Yeah, that's a weird thing. But why would I go there? I mean, I can go there. So you say, go back to the nuked town, do the quest there, and from there go back up to the end to New Vegas and visit the Legion. I see what you mean. Sounds good. That's good, actually, because what I said before is that I was gonna explore around the I-15. And then I would go around. So if I want to go around, I might as well go down through the south and explore everything in the south. That sounds like a plan. Thanks. About the medicine, if you still want to tell me about the medicine mission, I can potentially do that. Oh, I see what this is. Or maybe I don't see what this is, but...
Shame.
No, it's fine. Oh. No. Oh, the sound is bugged out. We're good. Oh, the game is bugged out. No, okay. We got this. Dual pile. This, I thought for a moment, could have been the quarry. We're gonna get there. But it's apparently a Nopa cave. Let me guess. Ooh. These are good. Cave fungus. They remove radiation. So let me guess. Fire geckos? You can go there to find why the Legion did what they did there. And on the way to McCarran, you have both Legion and NCR quests. That sounds like a plan. That sounds lovely.
Looks like break time's over.
Yep. Wow.
we go.
Wow, nice shot as he was jumping. Pretty good, pretty good. Do we have need of fire gecko eggs? We did have need of fire gecko eggs, didn't we? Yeah. That's down there as well. So I guess we're not gonna find fire gecko eggs in here. Their hands are enormous. We are finding some eggs. I don't think that's what she wants. She wants specific type, I think. Somewhere near the lake in the NCR, or near the lake, is an NCR outpost, and there's a medical tent with injured NCR, and you need high medical to heal them. Ah, I see. Near the lake. Got some plastic skeletons here, and a super mutant master with 50 cal and a fat man. Now, I'm not using that ever, but I could. And I will. Dirty water is nice. All the rest of the stuff is also pretty nice. Let's just drink the dirty water because we really need it. Also, the mushrooms. Cape fungus. Yeah, take those. Okay. So, the way it works is that I might be able to fix the fat... I can't fix the fat man. Hey, do you want to have a fat man?
Sure. Just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
No, you are. You are sorely mistaken, mister. I don't have armor for you, though. But I'm not sure how I'm gonna deal with that fat man. I sort of just wanted to fix it and sell it, you know? Horrible place. More plastic skeletons. Really horrible. An adventurer's pack. Mm-hmm. That wasn't a very good adventurer. Why didn't you tell me about Avowed? Asks Jung. Trying to remember what Avowed is.
Looks like break time's over. Here we go.
Wow, that was cool. That was really cool. Just turning Indigo in front of me. Beautiful. Amazing. Not as amazing as the animations in Fallout 1 and 2, admittedly, but still pretty amazing. I mean, from a you know, it's not as high level of technology as Fallout 1 and 2, so the technology level, you know, it needs to have some certain compromises and whatnot. And considering those compromises, that was pretty good. Let's get out. Vowed, eating mushrooms turns you into a mushroom. You'll find it to follow things as I told you. Sounds good. A tumor brute is a Legion quest available only if you have 50 medicine or 60 speech, followed by 75 medicine or 60 speech. I have enough speech then. So you can kill Caesar using surgery. After that, you have to pass another 60 medicine or speech. Pillars of Eternity Skyrim Edition. No, that sounds terrible. This exit is really pretty. There's also a secret ending. Have Arcade Ganon enslaved as Caesar's personal physician, but you don't want to do that. You want to kill that bastard. I probably do, yes. All those secret endings, they're good to basically look up on the wiki. And if you don't experience them by yourself on a multiple playthrough, you know, then it's just look it up on a wiki. Because they're there really just to sort of reward weird experimental gameplay. If you're trying to be like, do everything the correct way, you're never gonna get those experimental endings and those sort of secrets. What is this? I mean, besides a fiend place. There's 2 markers. Oh, hi.
You like the sight of your own blood?
I'm sorry. It's usually your own blood. Mine sort of has a power armor on in the way. It's like a quarry in and of itself. Samson rock crushing plant. It is what I was looking for. Wait, what? Oh, right. This is what we saw on the map. I doubt. Why did we get it? I wonder. Why did the location get added to the map? You haven't seen it. No, that's not a thing, is it? What? Also, you don't want to go to the secret ending because it will bug the game. That is a good justification, honestly. I don't think this is anything, and I don't understand why it was added to my minimap. Doesn't look like it's anything. Is it a mod, though? And what mod is it? Is it a mod for Pillars of Eternity or for Skyrim? You'd expect it to be for Skyrim rather than Pillars of Eternity. Ooh. Oh. There really isn't anything here. Oh well. This is the I-15 still, though. It's a new game being developed. Hang in there. We're in Fiend territory. You know how it is. I wasn't even looking. And that's where we came from. But what is this? I'll have to look into that. Jung. I'll have to see what that is. See for myself. Is it the new game by Obsidian? Or is it... Oh, wait! That's Avowed. That's what you mean. Oh, you're being facetious. You're not being serious. I am taking you seriously when you say things like that. But you're not being serious. I do know of Avowed. It is Skyrim. I'm not sure it's Pillars of Eternity, though. I don't think the setting works in an action game. Hey.
Nice job out there.
Well. Okay, whatever. That didn't matter. I thought it was gonna be funny, but it wasn't. Camp McCarran. And something down here looks interesting. Yeah, from what I saw, the Basin Creek building, possibly a real-life building that exists in real life. What do we have here? Coca-Cola. Sunset Sarsaparilla. Game freaking out. The game freaking out. Come on. I hate it. No, let's just do a quick save. It's weird. It is weird. Where is even my mouse? It's all the way over there. son of a gun. Okay. It is. They pitched it to Microsoft as rivaling Skyrim, set in Aura. So it is in the same setting. I didn't realize that. The trailer doesn't say that, does it? No, I know the trailer. I've seen the trailer. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen the trailer, but I've seen it. There's enemies in here. There's enemies in here, though. And I think they're either rat roaches. I was gonna say either rat roaches or scorpions. Arcade Gannon just loves doing that.
Here we go.
Oh, he's having a fun time. Eddie could do without it, though. Is this a dead end up here? I think it is. Did you do all the killing? Nope. Oh, no, they're not rat roaches. Well, some of them might be. But they're worker ants. Yeah, those are definitely rat roaches. Ooh. Well, I need water. Oh, I'm stepping on them. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. No. Stepping on them doesn't work. Having Eddie burn them alive does, though. So, good news. And an easy lock. Found an obscure sci-fi TV show from the 70s. Kind of the plot could be turned into a great RPG. Foreseeing the destruction of Earth, humanity builds a multi-generational starship called Earthship Ark. I think that's what Colony Ship is based off of. That's specifically that name. Yeah, it's being turned into a hopefully amazing RPG. Colony Ship, look it up. It's from the same people who made The Age of Decadence. Now it's just using a different engine, though. The ship contains dozens of biospheres. It's not quite the same scale, though, as what you're saying, I think. It's a little bit more grim. In 2385, more than 100 years into the voyage, an unexplained accident occurs and the ship goes into emergency mode, whereby each biosphere is sealed off from the others. Yeah, I think that's the inspiration. I remember Earthship being referenced when the game was first announced. It has the same art style as the spells used in the game, and nobody knows but that they are on a spaceship, that there are biosphere. The purple cipher stuff and stuff, yeah. Yeah, so interesting. Yeah, they announced they're not making any more games like Pillars of Eternity. Second floor is the lobby, can be reached, but it requires a lot of effort. The player character needs to take a run jump from the... No, it doesn't. It's fine. I'll show you. I'll show you. Plastic skeletons! Because clearly the newspapers...
Warning, my covert bandaging skills are a little rusty.
Don't worry. Because the newspapers didn't decay. So it's, you know, same as usual. Same as usual. Plastic skeletons. There's nothing else. We did everything. So, observe. Oh, there is something here. It's a bug. You're not supposed to get up here. That's kind of cool. I wonder if they meant to make it up here. And that is that. The Basin Creek building is an inside joke referencing Obsidian's former office building. Oh. The Basin Creek building contains several things which are at one point happened at Obsidian's old office building, such as a car crashing into the building, the bathroom flooding several times, having an art an ant infestation, a rat dying behind a wall causing the entire building to smell, and someone punching a hole in the men's bathroom. Oh, that's kind of funny. I wish I could have known that and said all those things, but I couldn't because I don't know anything. So we're basically circling the south. My God. More? Yes. We're basically circling the south side of Camp McNamara. Oh my God, it's a field battle. They're just normal fiends. No, that one isn't. It's got a repeater rifle. Laser rifle. Hello. Flanking. You did it. There's some more people down there, but we don't worry about them. Hey, you did it.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you. Here's an NCR emergency two-way radio. You call, and we'll come running. You're not alone out here. The NCR has your back. Stay safe and good hunting.
I swear you've given me that before. Allied Technologies offices. Well, we can't go in there. Which might be a blessing, in fact, because if it's gonna be full of nothing, then I might as well not go in there. Somebody died over here. That wasn't me. With whiskey. Definitely wasn't me. Okay, there's something in that farm over there. We're gonna go there in a little bit. Let's see. Allied Technologies offices. Okay. Don't get hurt by the ants. Oh man, there's a lot of them. And they're all big. But that's only to be expected, really. They're all soldiers. And there's a computer over here. Primary power source unavailable. Check all cords and plugs for connection. I'm not sure if that... I'm not sure why they wrote that. It's clearly not true. The computer's working. Is that like a joke? Because it's not a very funny joke if you're making a joke about the computer saying it's not connected to the power. But I suppose for maybe it is a joke. I don't know. Sometimes they just don't translate, you know. Because there are more motherboards. There are computers that will say keyboard not detected. Press F1 to continue. They will literally say that. And I don't remember... I have had one of those computers. I don't remember what brand of motherboards it was or anything. Basically, you connected the computer without a keyboard. You wouldn't boot. It wouldn't go into Windows. And that would be ridiculous. Because it would require you to press F1 to continue. As in, like, dismiss the bug. Okay, we got some bottle caps there and a bunch of empty sarsaparilla bottles. And a... Wait a minute. Are all these... No, those two were blue star. Sunset sarsaparilla. Not that we need them, mind you, but might as well collect them. True police stories. Very little room. Now, what is it over here? We've been around before. When on our way north. We probably crossed over there. It's just a fire ant soldier. 2, in fact. Okay, that's better than Cazadores. Ant Mound is the name of the place. Wait a minute. Enter Ant Mound? I am not sure. I'm thinking... Could I have entered the Ant Mounds before? I don't think so. I remember seeing... Oh, I do remember seeing an Ant Mound that was inaccessible. It specifically said inaccessible. There are lots of computers not connected to the power. It's just a thing they've put in as clutter. Yeah, I figured it is. But it doesn't make sense because they're powered up. If you plan on doing McCarran quests later, then you can go down south and explore this area later. No, I'm making my way, like, fully... Like, I'm trying to clear everything up before I continue. Just XP farming. We might not get many episodes out of this stream today then. Hopefully we do. If we go to Caesar, we get a lot of episodes. Whenever people talk, there's these episodes galore. When I talk, there isn't. Unless something that I feel particularly proud of. I have included some of my rambles. Hi? No, you shouldn't attack. It's the Fire Ant Queen. That looks scarier upside down. Ant Queen Pheromones. Increases my charisma by 3. As it does. And Fire Ant Egg. We don't need that. This doesn't look gross at all. Definitely. Oh, there's people over here. A Wastelander. With a frag grenade. Too late there, mate. Oh, okay. Ant refuse pile. Another Wastelander with a tire iron. Ant nectar over here. That's good for strength, though. Yeah, there's a lot of ant nectar, quote unquote, in the refuse. And all the eggs. Well, this was the Fire Ant dungeon, as it turns out. They made a specific Fire Ant Queen model. Although I think that model might have been from Fallout 3. I'm not sure. Keyboards not detected. Press F1 while drinking a bottle of whiskey and balancing a ball on your head while also sitting on a pressure mine. Warning, may or may not result in your death. Time to... I keep taking a sip from my trusty Vault 13 can of water, but that's a lie. I don't do that. The game doesn't know anything. Yeah, I'm always thirsty. And what do we have over here? Nothing. Okay. Dead end on the right side of the entrance. Let's go. Out of here. Skyrim, but with cipher mind tricks, passing all speed checks equals kernel happy. I don't mind Skyrim. It's just the combat is bad. And it shouldn't be that combat. That's really the biggest problem of the game, I feel. It doesn't help that it has too much combat. But that also has the reason it has too much combat is you know, the combat itself. Hello. Tiny little ants. Sunset sarsaparilla in a ant refuse pile. Because why not? And what do we have here? Because it's marked... Oh. Giant worker ant. That does not look very giant to me. Although, I mean... It is an enormous ant. It's the size of a dog. But it's not as enormous as other ants, is what I'm saying here. What is going on? Did you guys just spawn in? I think they... Somebody did. Hey. Who did you kill? You killed a powder ganger. Yes. How dare you? What is that thing, though, over there? It was referencing Skyrim as Avowed. I think I understood what you meant. Laser RCW. It's kind of a bummer that I can't... Why can't I fix the laser RCW? I don't fully understand how the jerry-rigging works. I can fix my power armor with glasses, but I can't fix a laser RCW with a laser rifle. Don't get it. I think we're south of Quarry Junction. And by south, I mean north. Junction 15, Railroad Station. And again, take a sip from my trusty Vault 13 canteen. A lie. But this doesn't go anywhere. That does. We're gonna kill some Deathclaws. And by that, I mean we're gonna be killed by some Deathclaws. Let's see what that is first, before I get killed. Can you show me the southern part of the map again? Yes. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. Would you still go Cypher in Avowed? Definitely not Skyrim Edition. I don't know. I don't understand how the class system works in a game like that. I don't think it's a good thing to have class systems in a game, in an action game like that, because it doesn't feel good. The third-person action combat is not suited for basically any style of RPG class apart from a barbarian style character. Everything else is handicapped. Because if you're like an aura paladin situation, it's handicapped because you can't really see very well the aura. If you're a healer, it's handicapped because that's, you're gonna be messing around with characters and it's a pain in the butt. If you're a magician, if you're an archer, all the classes are. It's just an action game is very limited in the classes that it has. Go to Crescent Cannon East. You have like 20 undiscovered places there. Sounds good. Yeah, I imagine because I never explored this bit over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna continue exploring south and go over there. And I don't really need to include it in the on camera, the moving around, because as long as the viewer has a general idea of where I'm going, it shouldn't be like, oh, all of a sudden I'm on the other side of the map, because that would be weird. We have something up here between Quarry Junction and the Black Mountain. Now, I've been to the Black Mountain not too long ago. What is this? It's a little dungeon. NCR Ranger safe house. Well, now we know where it is. And of course, the only reason we found it is because the compass shows us all the things. Are there gonna be mutants still up here in the Black Mountain? I shouldn't be doing this, by the way. Should definitely keep going south. I need to go back to Quarry Junction. But I saw a location here. Must find out. Too much of a cynical. It's not a cynical, it's a realist. It's like a game design 101. Why'd you make a third-person action game? What kind of are you gonna play a sharpshooter in a third-person action game? It's not what they're for. It's for sword wielding and axes and jumping around and stuff like that. Where are we even going? We're not too far off. Like, this place is just burned to a crisp. Although it is nighttime, but the floor is black. This is ash. Ooh, friends. Possibly. Oh. Well, that was a little bit further away than I thought it was. That said, it's in the middle of a place that we could have explored. There's definitely a lot of friendlies in here. It's an NCR patrol. Maybe. This could be an NCR camp.
Ranger vets are on the way from Baja. Never seen one before, but I heard they chew. Stay out of the control room and enclosure, or there's gonna be trouble. Got it?
Of course. She talked to me. That was weird. I didn't click her. She took a little while to talk to me.
Nice job out there.
Thanks. So this is another Helios 1 situation. Wow, I love that. That's an El Dorado substation, or it's just another substation. And wow, I love this. This is really good. Because what this is, you know, just the NCR taking control of the area. And just like they took control of the Helios 1, and also wouldn't allow me to go into Helios 1. I had to convince them to let me in. This one, apparently, I can't convince them to let me in. I could sneak in there, but I don't think there's a reason to. It's just another power station. It actually isn't a power station. It's a substation. This is a transformer.
Hello.
Hi. This is a transformer. These are transformers. I think what they do is they convert high voltage to medium voltage through those cables, although I don't think anything works. They sort of... It's sort of like the fridges in that part of New Vegas that I was rambling about. You see all the cables? They're all down here. They're not connected to anything. But we need to pretend that they are, apparently. But yeah, those big pylons would connect to these, and then this does... All these things do the transformation. Those are basically big coils of wire that are responsible for transforming the power into lower voltage so that they can feed the houses and all that. See if I can get in here without getting killed.
Over here.
Well, I guess getting killed is part of the job then. I'm gonna punch the generator.
No!
Dark hero. No, your face. There's nothing here though. A terminal. Oh, we killed them all. That works. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure there was nothing here. Philly Fun, welcome to the stream. Do I have a list for the mods? Yes. It's Ghostface, welcome to the stream, by the way. The list for the mods, you need to go to my YouTube channel. The link is over there. And if you go to any of my Let's Play episodes of Fallout New Vegas specifically, because I'm doing, you know, this footage, I'm transforming it into a Let's Play, so I'm like up to episode 80-something. But you go into any of those episodes, and in the description, there is a list of all the mods. I'm sorry I don't put it down here on Twitch, but it is there. Is this quest a mod? It is not. This is like a hidden place that I just didn't find anywhere. Or nobody tells you it's here. It's just set dressing, really. Because it's sort of like Helios, except it isn't, because it's not Helios. And Helios is connected to a bunch of things, and this one isn't. This is just more of the world. And it's just the NCR patrolling.
You want. Just don't mess with any of the equipment.
The
room's off limits, and so is the enclosure.
You mean this? Is this the enclosure? I don't... My English is very bad. I don't know what enclosure means. Is that like a gift? I think it is like a gift. Okay. They're very upset that I'm here. This is the enclosure. Let's not do that. Reload. Who are you siding with? Good question. I am siding with the Mr. House. A new hidden place in New Vegas. Go in and wreck it. I did that. I just reloaded though. It's not. I don't want to. My history with the NCR is very, very spotted. It's been a journey with them. But I've been very happy with my history with the NCR through this playthrough. Yes, man is the only moral choice. Yeah, actually, I wouldn't. That's an interesting thing. I wouldn't argue against that too much. So the way I started off with the NCR, actually, I think my Let's Play, I got that impression as well if you watched me play here on Twitch, or if you go to my YouTube channel and see the Twitch streams. We're way too far east. We shouldn't be up here. But the I started out by basically helping the powder gangers against the NCR, because that's something that I didn't. I think the game does it on purpose. Honestly, I didn't realize what the game is trying to do. So that's why I say it does it on purpose. Specifically with the powder gangers. The powder gangers are slave labor. They're basically escaped slaves from the NCR. And it's up to you to decide who you side with. So it's like a really weird question, right? Because do you side with the slavers, effectively? Or do you side with the escaped slavers, or escaped slaves that are killing everything? What? That's what that marker was? There's things over there as well. There's a big desert in here. We're way too far east. Oh, it's the El Dorado dry lake. Oh yeah, I've been here before. And I missed Vault 11. Well, I didn't miss it now. New Vegas is so sexy. The mods help a lot. Absolutely. So I started off by helping the powder gangers. And they're definitely scum. But they're also escaped slaves from the NCR. And the game paints the NCR always throughout the whole game as this sort of very ambivalent sort of mixture of all the people who make up the NCR. But obviously, they use their prisoners to lay the railroads down and all that sort of stuff, which is it's basically slave labor. But the game doesn't push it in that direction, and it's easy to sort of miss the big picture there, because it is a moral choice when you're given the choice to, do you want to help the NCR take out the correctional facility, or do you want the correctional facility defend against the R taking it out? But by the time you make that moral choice, you're so far deep into one of those two quests that it sort of doesn't work as a moral choice anymore. And the game does that on purpose, I'm pretty sure, as I was saying. Because the way it works is this. You work for the NCR. You do a few quests for the NCR camp down here. And I think it's 2 quests, and then the quest to take out the powder gangers. And conversely, is you're doing 2 quests for the powder gangers, some non-important quests. And then you're given a quest to defend against the NCR. And if you do them, if you're the kind of player that does quests, let's do all the quests in this little village, let's do all the quests in the next little village over, then you're gonna miss out on that dichotomy, because what happens is you come to Prim before you come to the correctional facility. What happens is you deal with the NCR. That's what happened to me before. You deal with the NCR. I think that's what happened. And you're like, that's another quest to take out the criminals, you know. But the game does it on purpose. Oh, Pip-Boy 2500. I don't even know how it's supposed to be pronounced. It's cool. Especially when you consider that Mr. House is an homage to pre-war capitalism. Well, an homage might not be the correct word. It's a... Also, I'm not sure if pre-war... It's not... I'm not sure if that is. I think Mr. House is just mostly a satire of libertarian capitalism. Not necessarily pre-war capitalism. Pre-war capitalism in Fallout is weird. There are some texts in Fallout 1 and 2 that explain... No, there are no texts. I'm trying to remember if Fallout 1 and 2 explains anything about how the pre-war capitalism worked within the US. but I think it's relatively light in terms of commentary. It's just mostly the set dressing of advertising and all this sort of stuff that obviously makes up the world of Fallout. Just everything is very flashy and everything's like, buy this and all that. So obviously it's capitalism, but what kind of capitalism is a little bit left up in the clouds? 4 does, but yeah, 4, no, Bethesda doesn't know what they're doing. I've never played 4. Basically, I can't tell. I can't talk about 4 because I've never played it. I mean, I did play a little bit. I didn't finish it though, so I can't really say. Have you done the How Little We Know quest? I believe I have. No, don't fast travel. I'm just talking about things. I believe I have. But because the quests are not sorted by name, I will never know. And also because the names don't mean anything. Unfriendly Persuasion. I have no idea what it is. Still in the Dark. No idea. Eddie, My Love. I actually know that one because it's an early quest and it stays with you forever. Cold, Cold Heart. Probably famous quest. Don't know what it is. Actually, it's not famous. I Fought the Law. It's an enormous quest. Don't know what it is either. Has to do with Eddie, apparently. 4 is shit. Yeah, but Bretak is in it. In 4. Bretak. I don't know Bretak. This quest can be given by Mick at Mick and Raph's after asking him for work. He mentions that the Omertas have stopped buying guns from him without a word as to why. This quest can also be activated. Talking to Yes Men. I think... How Little We Know quest. I think I have it. Yeah, there it is. But I haven't done it yet. I have not talked to anybody within New Vegas yet. Excuse me. He's the voice actor that plays Father Chuan. In Fallout 1. Is it? No, sorry, in Fallout 3. Or no, you mean in Fallout 4, the voice actor of Fallout 4 that plays Father. I see. Sean. Sean is how it's pronounced. Right. We can never have a vault without... Oh, wait a minute. For a moment...
Bad guys.
It's a mantis, don't worry. For a moment, I thought this was going to be like Fallout 13. Although Fallout 13 doesn't have red scorpions, it has rats. Okay, I'll let you do your thing. This is obviously close to Vault 13. It's Vault 11. Let's turn the lights on. Our lights on. Plastic skeletons. Lots of plastic skeletons and red paint. You can see clearly the red paint. Arcade is amazing. We have a terminal. Let's see what we have over here. Security recording vault entrance. It's downloaded. This is very curious. 4 corpses at the front entrance of Vault 11 and a strange recording point to sinister events. Determine what happened to the citizens of Vault 11. That's the unmarked quest that is marked, effectively, by this.
Are we really gonna do this? It's open.
This is good. Hey, Daves. Welcome to the stream. Davey.
Not after that.
We don't deserve to leave. A shining example. That's what it called us. But we were. We did what we were supposed to. Not by a long shot. Anybody would have done what we did.
You ask me?
I know what this
That's
fight is.
exactly the problem.
Vault is.
Now let's get on with this.
I'll go first. Wait. People should know what happened. They could learn from it. If there's anyone out there at all, I hope they never have to find out. Ready, Harry? Yeah. No, wait!
I think that was the last shot at the end. So that's what the plastic skeletons and the red paint was for. Huh. Anyway, we leveled up because Eddie and Arcade are going around. Yes, unique, get a unique Pip-Boy. My spelling's terrible, don't worry about it. There's an unmarked quest that is locked out if you finish How Little We Know. Thank you, Harry. We haven't done it yet, so good. Hey, Colonel, I was wondering, will you ever do another Fallout 2 playthrough? Good question. I know you already have 2 on your YouTube, but a stupid playthrough or something alike. Yes, I'm thinking either, yeah, that, or, well, I'm going to do a Fallout 1 playthrough again before I do a Fallout 2. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 again. Because I've done it the first time, the second time around as well. I did those back to back. Most likely it's going to be a low intelligence playthrough or something to that extent. It sounds like a good plan, though. It's just something I've never really done. I hear Fallout 1 is a little bit better for low intelligence run because it's a little bit more consistent. There's a lot of quests in Fallout 2, later on in the game especially, that don't take into account your intelligence level. But, yeah. Like, is it a unique skill or a Pip-Boy or an entire one? A unique skin? Yeah. Have you seen many a true nerd's video on Fallout? FO. What are you? What is that number? Ghostface. Fallout 4. I've not. No. I think I don't think I have. Maybe I did. I do remember seeing one review, one big like movie length review of Fallout 4. And I don't remember who it was. You got to let go of your fear of plastic skeletons, or it'll lead you down to the dark side. Maybe solo instead of low intelligence. The thing with solo is that I've already sort of did a solo playthrough of Fallout 1 the first time I played it, and it's not like, the thing is, it wasn't a solo playthrough. The companions all died. So, and so yeah. And I think the second time around they also died. That's the good thing about. It's not good though. It's not good. It's good to have companions. It's fun to have companions. But not having relevant companions also helps you make stories where they die, and it's fun. Fallout 1 is a fun game because your companions end up dying. And because it's something that you can take. Like, Sulik dies and you're like, reload immediately, right? Or Vic dies and you reload. Whatever, Marcus, whatever. And they will die because there's huge miniguns that will shoot at them. But in Fallout 1, they're a little bit of a help. They're not an enormous help, and they will die, and it's fun. So I ended up losing companions in Fallout 1 and Fallout 1 in both of my playthroughs on YouTube. I'm watching your Fallout 2 playthroughs from time to time. They're great. Thank you very much, Davey. I like that thank you for enjoying them. One talk to Mick, ask how is business, and ask to deal with the murders, and after that, go to how little we know, side with the mafia, which I believe is the Omertas, which is what you mean, and convince Big Sal to buy from Mick. Return to Mick, and bam, you receive a unique Pip-Boy. I will be doing that, Harry, thank you very much. Do a solo live stream for Fallout 2. I could do a live stream for Fallout 2, like Iron Man... no reloads, only one life. That'd be an interesting thing. I think even if you don't like it, it should play. You should play it. Kind of like me reading the Yuzan von Star Wars novels. Yeah, it's. I was considering doing it for YouTube, but then I didn't get a key from Bethesda when it came out because I was 2016, I think, when it came out, and I asked Bethesda for a key, and it didn't send me a key, so I didn't do it. But that happens a lot for them not to send me a key. Although the other companies are totally fine with sending me keys, like Paradox, for example, sent me a key for Tyranny, sent me a key for CK3. Send me a bunch of keys for City Skylines, although I bought the original game myself. They send me expansion keys. Yeah, they just send keys. They're cool people. Completionist run of the series. As a completionist run of the series. Yeah, but before that, I need to play Fallout 3. Absolutely. Before I play Fallout 4, I need to play Fallout 3. It's just a better game. I also need to make sure I know how I'm gonna play it, because there's a lot of boring things. Fallout 3 is a very boring game if you want to see everything. That is. It'll be fun to do with high intelligence to get all references and funny stuff. But that's my intelligence, Harry. I don't get any of the references. I am zero reference. I'm low intelligence forever, because I don't get any references. I'm terrible. Jung is saying that Sulik doesn't die. He kills you before that ever happens. Don't do Fallout 3 shit. Well, Harry, tell me, is Fallout 3 better or worse than Fallout 4? I'll be there for you to help you with that, says Harry. Well, yes, but the thing is I need to do it live stream if I'm going to do it like that. I think if you strip out the nostalgia, it's very much a boring game. I don't have any nostalgia for Fallout 3. I have only hate and fury and bad taste. It's seriously, I have bad taste in my mouth for Fallout 3. I need to put myself in a good mindset to be able to play it properly and not just be pointlessly bitter against the game for no reason whatsoever. People tuning into my videos and be like, why is this guy being so mean to the game all of a sudden? No, I'm not gonna be like that. I'm not gonna do Let's Plays where I'm just mean to the game for no reason. I will be mean to the games for reasons, but the game needs to give those reasons on camera. I don't want my previous experience and previous opinions of Fallout to be shaded by or rather to shade my Let's Plays. Ghostface says the 3 is objectively worse than Fallout 4. I could see that being the case. Then again, Fallout 4 has that dialogue system. So, you know, Fallout 3 better or not than 4, don't know. To be honest, Harry says he's hate them both. Then again, see, it's a difficult question. Send him some alcohol to be able to I have alcohol right there, back there, over there, because I was self-isolating for the last few days, and I brought a couple of nice bottles up here just so I could be like, not just with the dated graphics, but also level design. Level design is absolutely horrible, isn't it? My God, I was like, that was the thing that I ragged on the most about Fallout 3, and it's not the biggest problem. There's a lot bigger problems in Fallout 3, but the level design is absolutely atrocious. It is so bad. I'm like, who's the level I know why it is, because Bethesda doesn't care about. Bethesda probably at the time, the designers didn't even account for level design. They just cared that things looked cool, and they put the same people most likely, the same people who designed items and who designed monsters and who designed the looks of things were the same people who then made the design, the levels, you know? And that's why the level design is atrocious, because an environmental designer does not know how to design for gameplay. Designing a level is very complicated. It's not just about how it looks, or it's specifically not about how it looks, because that's just art, you know, just the artistic side of it. It's specifically how it plays. That's what level design is. And Bethesda, they don't care about that. They don't know anything. And they don't care about that in particular. Sorry, I had to put that on the floor. But the strong stuff. Mods never change. Those tunnels are the tunnels are awful, aren't they? So what am I gonna level? I want to level medicine, so I can do the quests. But I have already 50, so I can perhaps not care about that. Burp. Remember Thief? I played Thief 1 and 2. Finished both of them on camera. Have Let's Plays of those. And I prefer the first one. I also played Thief 3, and I remember liking it, but I never finished it. Certainly didn't play Thief 4, because that's not a Thief game. That's good levels. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very, very obviously done with level design in mind. Thief 2... probably, I would say that the levels in Thief 2 are better, but the problem is, my problem with Thief 2 is the approach to enemies, to enemy placement. It's just a much more ponderous game than Thief 1, and I didn't like it as much, because Thief 1 focuses a lot on exploration, and Thief 2 focuses more on overcoming a really difficult challenge. I feel. Dishonored has had good levels. I love Dishonored. The first Dishonored is the only one that I played, and I have both of them, including the expansions. They didn't send me keys. I was trying to remember. That's the reason why I didn't play Dishonored 2. They didn't send me a key. Because otherwise I would have played on the channel. But I ended up buying the game, and definitely would have played it, as well as Prey. Prey is the same thing. So I'm gonna go up on Sneak, because we are gonna kill some Deathclaws. And Voracious Reader. You don't just read books, you tear into them. Damaged books you pick up become blank magazines, which you can use to copy your existing skill magazines at a workbench. That's not good. I don't need that. I mean, it is actually good. It's really good, isn't it? That is really powerful. That allows you to basically never max out any skill. But I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm good. Spray and pray. Nope, I don't spray. Anytime you sleep, you remove all of your rads in addition to regaining all of your health. In hardcore mode, you still don't regain health, but you lose 100 rads, so that's just bad. It's just worse in hardcore mode. With the solar power perk, you gain an additional 2 points to strength when direct sunlight. Not too bad. Ninja. That's for Sneak. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. I just look at the requirements. Level 20, I'm level 22. Sneak 80 and melee weapons 80. It's gotta be amazing. Let's see. You should give 2 a try and play as Corvo. It has a perfect way to close everything in the story and a nice twist towards the end. Yeah, I will play Dishonored, but the time needs to come. For each crippled limb you have, you do an additional 10% damage. Oh, the Explorer. The Explorer perk. I don't need the Explorer perk. I can add it by cheats. Or I can look at the map or something. With Paralyzing Palm, you will sometimes perform a special VATS Palm strike that paralyzes your opponent for 30 seconds. Note that in order to perform the Paralyzing Palm, you must be completely unarmed. Yes, that is... Oh, you mean without unarmed weapons? No, I don't need that. I don't even remember what the Paralyzing Palm is about. We got it, I think, but... So I think I'm gonna go with Ninja. The Ninja perk grants you the power of the Fabled Shadow Warriors. When attacking with either melee or unarmed, you gain a plus 15% critical chance on every strike. Sneak attack criticals do 25% more damage than normal. Yes. Very much yes. There are a lot of perks that are really nice at this level in the game. But that one is probably what we are here for, especially with a new Sneak. There's a rat! Vote Stone for Overseer. Vote Glover. His family needs him. No, wait. Don't vote Glover. Rumors about Haley are baseless. So the radio said something about Haley is a known adulterer and communist sympathizer. At least he's not a communist. You know what I mean? Isn't it funny that they say communist sympathizer? They don't actually say communist. It's like they wouldn't dare accuse somebody of being a communist. They're just sympathizers, you know. That's, you know, I'm gonna commit libel. I'm gonna commit libel, but I hate Nate. Is that one? But I'm not gonna go to those extremes. You know what I mean? Elect Haley for Overseer. It's an election for overseers. And obviously that thing had that recording had something to do with it. That's how it goes. Let's just hear it again.
Are we really gonna do this?
Big Red Skeever, welcome to the stream.
It's open. We could just leave.
I couldn't. Not after that.
We don't deserve to leave.
In all 3D Fallout games, I hate the vault design.
That's what it called us.
I'm with you there.
We did what we was
Although this game makes it a little bit
not
fun.
by a long shot.
What about Vault 22?
We did.
You ask me? That's exactly.
All the vaults are really scary, honestly, in this game. They're meant to be. At least that's my memory from them, from playing the first time I played the game.
They could learn from it. If there's anyone out there at all, I hope they never have to find out. Ready, Harry? Yeah.
I don't remember Gary.
No, wait!
I don't know Gary. And I don't know if he shot himself at the end. There's 4 skeletons here, and a pistol. No, I think they all shot themselves. Well, something. Something happened to the shooting. Power is still on, which is good. Hey. I'm a friend.
Here we go.
Okay, we're not gonna go anywhere. There's a Mr. Mantis back there. It's fine. Oh, look at that. This is on and off. Do you see that? Off and on. It's like a... I never realized that's what that was. Oh, hi. That little guy teleported. In fact, everybody is having a lot of trouble. So, yeah, we got plastic skeletons that had red paint galore. A lot of it. Oh my god, so much red paint. And Arcade is just having one of those days, you know? A doctor's bag is really nice. So this is the doctor's office, I would guess. But why would they... Is that part of the story, I wonder? For there to be people... Excuse me, plastic skeletons on top of the doctor's...
Looks like break time's over.
On top of the doctor's tables and whatnot. Wait a minute. Oh, right. It's not about being scary, but the design itself. Yeah, I know. The vault where it's full of clones of a guy named Gary, and that's all he says. I don't remember that. As I explored hundreds of abandoned World War II structures and civil protection bunkers, I can say this design is stupid. They had the potential to make every vault unique in design and concept. In terms of vault design, I can't speak from like a realism perspective. Any underground level, or of all the games I played, the best underground levels are from Stalker. Stalker, the first one and the second one in specific. They're the best underground levels. There's a dead person in here. An NCR trooper. What? Well, at least we have the dog tags. Of course, we can't tell who it was, because the dog tags are... That's what the dog tags are for. Well, it's not what the dog tags are for, but the dog tags have the name of the person. Please tell me the name of the person so I can tell. But the name of the person is Unnamed NPC is what that is. Vault 11 Election Guide. Dear fellow Vault Dweller, congratulations! ! Your dedication to the democratic process is the bedrock upon which the continued stability of Vault 11 is based. Now, to help you make your decision for this year's election, the Coalition of Vault 11 voting blocks has put together this handy dweller's official guide to obtaining overseers democratically, or the acronym for that contains a summary of the leading candidates for overseer as well as their statements, key positions, and most importantly, endorsements. Sincerely, Roy Gottlieb, Chairman, Coalition of Vault 11 Voting Blocks, President, Justice Block. Candidate, and here's the description I assume, Henry Glover, endorsements, Utilitarian Block, Divine Will Block, Allied Service Workers Block. I'm a devoted husband and father of 6 beautiful children. My oldest, Sam, was on the honor roll this quarter, and I couldn't be prouder of him. My youngest, Henry Jr., is just said his first word, and it was the da. or data, but either way, we've got this bond already, and he's still just a baby. Friends, when you go to the polls this election, I want you to think of your own children. Then I want you to think of Sam and Henry Jr. Picture their faces. Nate Stone should be overseer, not me. And here is the perversion of the expectation, because the way the Vault presents it, it's just a normal. It's just a normal opposition sort of takedown propaganda that often goes hand in hand with political elections and stuff like that, where that person is terrible, vote for me. But I don't think it said that. We're gonna need to go back and look at the posters exactly. But he's advocating for somebody else to be elected. Not him, based on how good he is. As if being an overseer is a bad thing. Candidate Donna Haley. Endorsements: Human Dignity block, United Vault Technicians block. I'm aware of the rumors circulating about me. I want everyone to know that they are vicious lies being spread by the other candidates in a desperate smear campaign. I have never in my life done anything so depraved, let alone for such things. But even if I had, that still wouldn't mean you should vote for me. Consider the fact that I am grossly underqualified for the position, and that both of my opponents are far more deserving. I know nothing about governance. You would be hard-pressed to find a worse candidate than me. I can promise you my administration would be a disaster. That's a different take. Then candidate Nathan Stone. Endorsements, Justice Block. This is ridiculous. I shouldn't even be a candidate, and I wouldn't be if it weren't for all the dirty backroom politics going on around here. It's sickening. You should all be ashamed. And that's what was written by him. Fellow citizens, due to the tragic events of the past few days, the coalition of Vault 11 voting blocks has unanimously decided to postpone the election for overseer pending further investigation into the murders. Your security team wishes you to know that they are working tirelessly day and night to find the perpetrator, and are already following up on a number of promising leads. God willing, if the killer is apprehended swiftly, we may have found a promising new candidate for overseer. Sincerely, Terry Hart, President, Human Dignity Block. The drastic irony of it being written by somebody with human dignity in their name. Effective immediately, the traditional selection process for overseer is hereby ended. In lieu of a yearly election, a citizen will be chosen 1 month prior to the start of their term with our mainframe's random number generator, ensuring complete impartiality and fairness. Catherine Stone, overseer. Catherine Stone. Didn't we see... I hate Nate. So vote for him, I assume. Glover has done nothing wrong. Vote for Stone. Haley is a non-adulterer. Elect Haley for overseer. Right! It's there. This one is not. Rumors about Haley are baseless. Well, it is there still. The thing is, you don't know if it's Haley Stone. It could be that person's name. You know what I mean? This one is the same. Haley. Elect Haley. That one is in unequivocus. I just didn't read it. I hate Kate! So Stone... It's Kate. It's Catherine Stone. Haley. If I can find it. Henry Glover, Donna Haley. Nathan Stone. Nathan Stone. Who is Kate? It has to be Kate, Catherine Stone. Let's find out more. I remember this vault. They had to murder the overseer. Yeah, I know exactly what this vault is. Like, exactly. This is a famous vault as well. This is like a good one. I'm just trying to be... I'm recording a Let's Play as well at the same time, if you know what I mean. So, I'm trying to be... I'm not gonna spoil anything, is what I'm trying to say. See you later, Jung. Thank you for coming. Have a good night. Nate was the same last name as Kate. Nate can be a brothers of Kate, and Kate is an overseer, and Nate is a candidate. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what's happening. I'm thinking that's exactly what happened. Although that might have something to do with the politics that involved Nate being nominated anyway. And we don't know who the last people... Do we know who the last people... The people who survived here, do we know their name?
Are we really gonna do this?
Let's find out.
It's open. We could just leave.
I couldn't. Not after that.
We don't deserve to leave. A shining example. That's what it called us. But we were. We did what we were supposed to. Not by a long shot. Anybody would have done what we did.
You ask me? That's exactly the problem. Now let's get on with this.
I'll go first. Wait. People should know what happened. They could learn from it. If there's anyone out there at all.
Basically, Colonel is playing low intelligence in real life. Yeah. You know, the most disturbing thing about the vaults are people thinking those types of experimentation only happens in video games. Exactly. Although, to be fair, experimentation in this large of a scale, as in the world of Fallout, only really started happening after Fallout. Came out, like Facebook and stuff like that. Before, it was very much localized and done experimentations like these on certain groups of people and localized. I hate Nate. There's just a lot of cigarettes. I wonder, again, if that's part of the storytelling here. Did they abandon... We'll be there. Did they abandon the place? And mesquite pods, I'll take those. It's a dead end. Yeah, that bit doesn't matter. Cigar lounge, cool. That's why there are so many cigarettes over there. No, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Oh, this does lead somewhere. Dang it. Let's look at the left wall so I know exactly where I've been. There's some more enemies over here, as it turns out. Some lovely little rats. There's more of them. My companions are taking care of everything. I can't trust an open door, because they could be opened by my companions. Hey, seems like you've been busy. Yes, another computer. Oh! My arm. Fixed. Another computer. There is another computer here. Can't fool me. Vault 11 election guide. Oh, it's the same. It's the same as before. So, it was communicated to the whole vault. At least, that's what you'd expect. And we can go to living quarters. Let's go there in a little bit. Let's just make sure I've seen everything. I think that's why New Vegas is so much better than the Bethesda entries. Even the environment, yeah, absolutely. The environmental storytelling is like, they paid attention to it. Just continuously paid attention to it. Where Bethesda doesn't even, they don't even care. Silently tells a story. Contrast that with raiders blasting you for no reason, except that game has raiders. Yeah, like that was... And Fallout 4 has the same problem, for sure. I mean, you're saying both Bethesda Fallouts. Yeah, absolutely. My biggest immediate problem with Fallout 3 was that there were so many raiders and so many drugs all over the place, and so few actual NPCs. Well, not actual NPCs, but so few NPCs that talked to you in Fallout 3, and it just didn't feel right. It's 200 years after the war, and there's so many pre-war drugs all over the place, and there's so many raiders. What is this? What is this world? And Fallout New Vegas doesn't feel at all like that. There is a reason why that is, though. Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, they're necessarily designed as dungeon crawling games. And when I say dungeon crawlers, I mean stuff like Diablo or stuff like Gothic or Skyrim, Oblivion, that sort of stuff, where you go into a dungeon, you get loot, you get better, you get level ups, you get better loot. They go into more dungeons. Fallout is not that kind of game. Fallout is the kind of game where you go into that particular village, you talk to that particular person, do their particular quest, and then go on to talk to a different particular person and do their particular quest. It's a very, very specific. It's an RPG. You know what I mean? And Fallout New Vegas is that sort of game. It's a game where you go to a specific place and do a specific quest, rather than just traveling into dungeons and getting better loot, because that's what Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 is. It's that. Another computer, but again, it's got the same thing. Nuka-Cola. That's good. Not to mention the fact that after 200 years, 90% of the radiation would be gone, except in localized hotspots. I'm okay with the lack of realism in regards to anything, really, but specifically in regards to the radiation, I'm okay with the lack of realism. My problem with the radiation is that it's indicative of Bethesda not knowing Fallout. Like, you play Fallout 1, right? You play the first Fallout, and tell me where there is radiation in Fallout 1. There's no radiation in Vault 13. No radiation there. There's no radiation in Vault 15. Shady Sands doesn't have any. The Rat Scorpion Cave doesn't have radiation. Then you go to Junktown. No radiation there. You go to the hub? No, wait. What is after Junktown? Is it the hub? It is. You go to the hub. No radiation. You go to Brotherhood of Steel. No radiation. You go to freaking... What is Bakersfield called? Necropolis. You go to Necropolis. No radiation there. You go to Adatum. The freaking ruins of Vault... not a vault. Of Las Vegas. No, not Las Vegas. The freaking ruins of Los Angeles. There's no radiation, but there is goo on the floor that will kill you. There's like acid on the floor. It's not radiation though, but there's no radiation there. There is radiation, however, in one only single place. The Glow. One of the best levels of all gaming history. The Glow. And the whole quest around the Glow. It's a simple level. It's not, it's not like a huge level. It's just a thing that you do in an hour or less. But it's still the Glow, and there's radiation there, and it's all about overcoming that challenge of that radiation. That's what. And the Fallout 1 takes place 60 years after the war, or 80 years after the war. So, from a realism perspective, there's no excuse. I mean, what I mean is, it's okay from a realism perspective. What there's no excuse is that they made a game called Fallout 3 that uses radiation in a completely new way. It's not a problem to use it in a new way. What is a problem is that what happened is they didn't play Fallout 1. They didn't play Fallout 2 either. They asked, what is Fallout? It's a world that exploded a lot with nuclear explosions. Well, radiation everywhere. That's what we're gonna do. And then they looked up at some screenshots and that's an orc. Let's make the orcs. What are they called? Super mutants? I like super mutants that are orcs. And they did that. And that's my problem. That's my issue with the radiation of Fallout 3. Is that it's like a goofy anecdote of Fallout. In Bethesda's head, Fallout cannot exist without radiation. So much so that in Fallout 4, it's actually part of the UI. The way the health works, the health system works in Fallout 4, in Fallout 75 or whatever. That's the same. And that is insulting. That's just absolutely, it's gross. It's like they don't know what Fallout is. It's an anecdote. It's a joke. It's a freaking joke. Mm-hmm. Another one of these. I think I've been everywhere. Let me actually see, because I think this is the only way forward. Yeah. But you could say that was a simple mechanical change, like 1 and 2 couldn't have radioactive component. No, it's a thematic. Like, it is, yeah, for sure. It could be, but it isn't. Sure, you can make the argument, but it isn't. That's not the case. In Fallout 1, you can get radiation elsewhere apart from the glow. It's just very difficult. You can, when you travel over in the world map, there is one random event that happens that is a radioactive storm, and you get radiation from it. And that's it. And sometimes you'll get radiation from just sleeping outside, or also the mutafruits. They also give you 1 point of radiation each. There's very little details of radiation here and there. It's just that from a thematic perspective, that's not what Fallout is about. Like, you play Fallout, radiation isn't a part of it. That's not what the game is about. What the game is about is just this post-apocalyptic world where everything is gone and deserted and dead, and there's a lot of violence, and there's a lot of people trying to scrape by in a world that is like inhospitable. That's what Fallout 3 is about, or Fallout 1 is about. Not about radiation, not about looting. It's basically the same weapons for every level. You don't need to loot. There are radioactive areas in 1 and 2, but those are smartly placed. Yeah. Fallout 2 does have more radioactive areas than Fallout 1. You also get an extra toe from radiation. It's not radiation, though. It's acid. I mean, does it say it's radioactive goo? In Fallout 2? It does. In Fallout 2, it says it's radioactive goo. But not in Fallout 1. In the additum, or additum, or whatever it's pronounced, in the Gunrunners area, that's not called radioactive goo. I don't remember. I might be wrong. Maybe there is more than the glow. Let's go into the living quarters then. Y'all are gonna do your job? Common room. Oh yeah, they're gonna do their job.
Looks like break time's over. Here we go.
Whatever you say, mate. That guy's weird. I don't know. I've not played 1. 3 was my first Fallout. Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not. It's okay to not know the details. What I'm saying is, like, from a thematic, it's just a thematic perspective. Not really about the mechanics. Because obviously, you know, shooting, first-person shooting, is within the thematic world of Fallout. Even though it isn't in the gameplay mechanics of Fallout 1 and 2, because it's not first person, right? I think I may have unleashed... No, they did the unleashing. Fallout 1 glow, Fallout 2 toxic waste dump, and gecko plant. Oh, gecko plant, absolutely. Can I think of other radioactive areas in Fallout 2? There are not that many. I think it's only gecko. Yeah. The waste dump itself, I don't even know if the waste dump is radioactive. I think it's only acid. You only need these galoshes. As long as you have galoshes, you're good to go. And that's how you avoid growing an extra toe. Stop it. The extra toe, incidentally, in Fallout 2 has a funny story. Because as an Easter egg, it will kill the last boss of the game if you use the toe on the last boss. They will die. Dehydration. No, it's radioactive. Okay. Prickly bear fruit. My name is Skeet Pod Nuka-Cola. Sunset Sarsaparilla. Hello. I'm just going around.
Here we go.
No, no, we don't. This vault is not as good as Vault 22 because it's got a bunch of rooms that don't have anything.
Huh.
What?
Maybe I need some glasses that aren't 200 years old.
You know, making glasses isn't that difficult, you know. Like, I don't know the principles. I mean, I know the principles. I don't know the techniques required to make glasses. But I could figure it out. It's mostly just layering glass over glass a lot of time. And just refining the process. And then trial and error, obviously. And then being able to identify what diseases your eyes need. No, what diseases your eyes have. It's not diseases, pathologies, whatever. Then being able to prescribe the correct sort of lenses. All that is very difficult, but trial and error should do it. That's how the first glasses got done. Somebody needed them, and they invented the glasses, or something. I'm not actually sure. I think we've known that we can look through lenses, or lensing objects, not necessarily lenses, because you can make a lens out of your fingers. Did you know that? That's a fun thing. If you put your fingers together very closely, well, I think it might depend on what kind of glasses you need. I'm not. No, you need to chill. There's something here. No, there isn't. It might depend on the kind of glasses that you need. I'm not myopic. I'm the other thing that I don't remember the name of. Never know. So if I put my fingers together very closely and look through them, through the the bit between the fingers, like this, like an okay sign sort of situation, I can see better. It's a thing. Take those damn jumpsuits. Yes. Shit ton of caps. I don't need a shit ton of caps. Look at how many caps I have. It doesn't say. There it is. 84,000. Going for 85. I'm good. I am good with the caps. I don't know what this guy is. That sound. How the fuck do you have so many? Because I am, welcome to the stream, by the way, Snowcapped Star. Because I am very boring in the way I play. Really, that's really the reason. This terminal over here is locked. You'll excuse me as I... Oh, that's definitely not annoying at all. Cages is 3 out of 5. Saves it is. What do we have? Security recording. Will you please stop that? You have to be kidding me, dude. Holy crap. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, to me, that's one big flaw in New Vegas. By late game, you can just throw caps at your problems. I haven't been doing that, to be fair. Oh, he shut it up. Okay, we're good. Justice Block HQ security tapes.
She can't do this. It's done. We're done. Nothing's done. She's got the authority. The only thing she can't do is change her own fate. Nothing says she can't change the selection process for future overseers. I say she can't. You shouldn't have toyed with her like that, Roy. We still have the majority. We don't vote for anything anymore. I'm not talking about voting. What then? You want to have a sit-in? A hunger strike? Not exactly. Maybe march into her office with torches and pitchforks? Yes. Come on. I mean it. What? Start a revolution? Laws don't outlast their governments. Roy, all we have to do is wait until someone from Justice Block gets picked for Overseer. Then we have them change the law back. There won't be any blocks after the new Overseer is picked tomorrow. Everyone's going to move on. By the time we've reformed, who knows if we'll still be in the majority? We can hold the block together. You don't know that. Besides, what if the computer picks you? What if it picks me? And your solution is to start shooting? Not if we don't have to. Look, we arm up. We go to the lower floors, take some strategic targets. Power, food, water. Just until she turns authority over to us. The other blocks won't support it. They're tired of us having the power. We have the majority. We don't need them. This isn't a vote, Roy. They'll fight back. They've never had the nerve. Hell of a way to test it.
So that sort of confirms what I suspected, that Catherine was the Overseer and she changed the law. So she must have... Did she get elected after Stone or something? I don't know. Or was she the current Overseer and she canceled the election? Do you know what I mean? Like, she was the Overseer, the election was going on, and then she basically said, no, the election is gonna be random. Female dorm, male dorm. Right. You blow my mind with this fact about fingers. It really works. It does. It's called it's the same effect as a lens. It's just on a very small scale, obviously, because your fingers are in the way. But it's basically the effect. The light is deflected in a way that allows it to lens, and you see better. What mods are you playing with? Good question. I am playing with a bunch of mods that Jung, who's not here anymore, but he helped me out. He was here in chat. If you go to my YouTube channel, the link is over there. No, it's over here. That's the link over there. If you go to my YouTube channel, if you go to any of the Let's Play episodes of Fallout New Vegas, which is done with the footage from the streams, if you go to any of those episodes, in the description there's the list of all the mods there. Is that the same voice actor, the same as the one in The Divide? Most likely, yeah. They reuse the same voice actors a bunch. Very smart. Sabotage the power and water in a sealed environment. I'm not saying that's smart. I just... Yeah, I got hiccups as well, as you well can tell. We also have the password for Rob Gottlieb's terminal password. Sure. This password was found shamefully close to its creator's computer terminal. Well, we need to go to the lower level. We don't need that password because that was the computer that we just opened. Bruno, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome on in. Long time no see indeed. It has been a while. Was I playing New Vegas the last time? The last time you joined me? I think I was still playing Oblivion. I don't know how to proceed from here. Oh. Okay. So, there's a little rat. It's lovely and little, don't worry. I only have 36 bobby pins. It's kind of incredible. Spent so long in the game, and I don't break bobby pins all that much. Anyway. Examination. This could be it. This is Devastation. Could be. Did I pass by Devastation? No. What's your opinion on Oblivion versus Skyrim? Good question. I think the writing is better in Oblivion in some aspects, in a lot of aspects, in fact. Even though the voice acting isn't as good in Oblivion, and that really puts Oblivion down, I would say. The voice acting isn't good enough for the writing, and Skyrim has not as good writing, but the voice acting is definitely better, so it's more enjoyable. I prefer Skyrim than I prefer Oblivion, and in terms of the storyline, it is because the voice acting is more enjoyable. It sort of allows you to forget about the writing. And on the other hand, the problem with Oblivion is the character system that is absolutely broken and bad. And the leveling, the level scaling is absolutely bad and broken. So Skyrim is just better on that. The fact, basically, what it ends up being is that Skyrim is less of an RPG in regards to your character system, and it's better because of it. Because you just choose health, mana, and stamina, and also the skill perks, which are actually pretty awesome. If Fallout 2 was a cool Easter egg in Vault City, or in Fallout 2, there was a cool Easter egg in Vault City if you kept using science on the mainframe for like 20 times or so. I think I did it the last time around. On my last Let's Play, I showed it on camera. Voice acting, let me do that one again. I'm not even talking about that. That's true, yeah. Morrowind. Oh, Morrowind is best. Morrowind's just the best. It's not the best game, but it's one of my favorite games of all time, honestly. It's just a cozy game. It's lovely and just good. And it's also very well written, I feel. Well, not in all aspects, but you know, for a game, it's very good, very good. In regards to the yeah, in regards to the voice acting of Oblivion, though, I think there were, I'm told there were already other games at the time that had full voice acting, but I think it was like a real challenge and a real breakthrough for Oblivion to have full voice acting on such a large-scale RPG, and it was definitely trend-setting, because at the time we didn't have that in big, large-scale RPGs, you know. So, what happens, though, what happens with Oblivion, I'm not sure if it's related to it being such a breakthrough. I don't think it is. But, or not a breakthrough, but like a trendsetter sort of thing, is that the voice actors are so slow and so monotonous. They have like this very specific tone to the way they talk. Like, it's unbelievable. I don't understand. Like, I can read, like, I'll read Ghostface. Ghostface has two posts over there, has two comments over there that I'm gonna read as if I were an Oblivion voice actor. I knew I liked you for a reason. I approve. This is the way they talk. And that's not the way people talk. the way people talk is, I knew I liked you for a reason. I approve. You know, it's a lot faster. It's a lot faster. And the way they act is just, I knew I liked you for a reason. I approve. And that can have something to do, and that's why I referenced it being a breakthrough for such a large RPG to have full voice acting. The reason why sometimes voice actors will act like that, like, I knew I liked you for a reason. I approve. You know, that sort of cadency. The reason why they do that is so they can read the line once, or even not even read the line at all and just ad-lib it immediately. Not ad-lib it, was cold read it immediately. So, which is how I do my voice acting in all the times I read. And you'll notice that I stutter a lot. Well, not every time. If the game is poorly written, I'll stutter more. But usually, the reason why they do it like that, they go slow, is that so they can come across as more natural and not stutter. And because if you're recording a big line, especially in Oblivion doesn't have very big lines, but there's like 20 seconds each line. If you screw it up at the second 11, or it's like you need to start from the beginning, right? And do that over and over and over again. So what you end up doing is, even the voice directors, they they instruct specifically they will instruct the actors specifically, because they're in a booth recording voice. And they're taking a booth time, you know what I mean? They'll instruct the actors to say, you're going to act slow, and you're going to make sure you don't make any mistakes on the acting. You don't need to be stellar, you need to be consistent. And they will say, I knew I liked you for a reason. I approve. Which is so awkward. And what is the problem with that? What is the problem with Skyrim's acting? Why is that an issue? The issue is that because there are so many lines, there's so much text, you are so much faster reading the subtitles than you are actually hearing the actors. And I distinctly remember when I played the game for the first time, I just got into the habit of just actually shutting the computer speakers off, because you shut the computers off. The speakers off. I would shut the speakers off so I could read. And I wasn't even very good at English. Like, I was 18 at the time, and I'm Portuguese. I don't speak. That's not my native language. So I would just read the subtitles because that was faster. I wouldn't even skim them. I wasn't skimming them. Don't get me wrong. I was reading the full subtitles. I was like into that. But I would just read them because the voice acting wasn't giving me anything. And I remember for a while, because of Oblivion specifically, I didn't like subtitles, or rather voice acting, because it's just, no, I'll be faster. But that's not true. A lot of the time, it is actually faster to hear the actors say the lines than to read the lines, especially for a non-native speaker. And just having the lines there to help you out is a lot better. It's just that Oblivion is done in such a weird, tilted way that it's just, I think it's because they didn't have enough booth time. They just had they had a few hours to do these many lines, and if they couldn't afford their voice actors to try to be stellar and try to be good, because it's difficult to nail the lines every time, you know what I mean? Morrowind is holding very well with some mods. Oh yeah, the mods help a lot for sure. I bought a graphics card for Oblivion as well, just for Oblivion. I played it for hundreds of hours before I realized, oh no, this game sucks, because of well, not the whole game, but specifically the level scaling sucks, and it ruined the game for me. As soon as I realized what the level scaling was, I was like, oh no! And then and I just went on to play other better RPGs in terms of role-playing. I assume you have never played New Vegas before. Am I mistaken? Good question. I have played New Vegas. I finished New Vegas, actually on camera. I did it here on Twitch. But this time around, I'm doing a Let's Play out of it, and I'm editing all the footage. So what you'll see me do is you'll see me act as if I don't know what's coming up. And it's not really, I'm not trying to fool anybody. What I'm trying to do is not spoil anybody in the way I see things coming. But I do know what's going to happen in this vault, and it's really cool. Apart from the exploration, I don't like the exploration. Or I'm not liking the exploration so far. There's a lot of rooms that don't have anything. And there's a lot of enemies that shouldn't be there. Which is not very common for Fallout New Vegas, by the way. Emotionless voice actors. There's a graphical overhaul mod that adds dynamic shadows and a host of other improvements to Morrowind. The last time I played, I used a graphical overhaul, but I don't think it had dynamic shadows. I'm not sure that engine sustains dynamic shadows. Like, proper dynamic shadows, that's... Like, Nah, it's probably not possible in that engine. Because it's an old school engine. It's like you can't hide objects, so it's like really resource intensive. That's water. I need to look into that. So you say it is this devastation. Thank you very much. And I could disengage the lock. Hey, my friends are just around the corner.
Here
Oh,
we go.
there you go.
I guess that could have gone worse.
You shot through me. I don't know how it could have gone worse. Wait, yes. Okay, so that lock was already disengaged. Another computer. Security terminal. Deposition. Excerpt from the deposition of the defendant Catherine Stone by Vault Attorney General Miles. Okay, let's pick up where we left off, Kate. Catherine, she says. Sorry, right, Catherine. I keep forgetting. My husband calls me Kate, she says, and he says, you were telling us of a discussion you allegedly had with Roy Gottlieb of the Justice Block. She says, not allegedly, had. We've been through this. It's still just your word against his, he says. Miss Stone, but please, the discussion, she sighs. He said my husband's name had come up in their meetings. And he says, the candidate endorsement meetings? She says, yes. They were going to endorse him. He wouldn't say why, but I know my husband had a regular poker game with some of them, and he'd been on a winning streak lately. He says, and according to you, what did Mr. Gottlieb offer? And she says, he said he could sway his block, prevent the endorsement, but only if you what, Catherine? Only if you performed sexual favors. Yes, she answers. Was this just for Mr. Gottlieb? He asks. No, she says. All the block leadership. They're friends. And you agreed? What else could I do? They had a majority, she says. And he says, how long did this go on before the endorsements came out? She says, I don't know, a month maybe? He says, and when they came out and your husband was endorsed despite your supposed agreement, was that when you decided to kill members of the block? She says, yes. I thought their majority is pretty slim. If I thinned things out a little, especially in the leadership, someone else might get elected. And he says, assuming you weren't caught. And she says, no, Mr. Wiles, I expected to be caught. That was my best chance. Now they'll elect me. He says, a confessed murderer? You think voters would be willing to risk putting you in charge? And she says, they have to pick somebody and live with their reasons. And he says, yes, but... She says, wait and see. Well... These people had issues. That is the conclusion so far. They also didn't have good loot, for that matter. On hacking, I usually look for all the things before attempting. It's not. That's a good strategy. The thing with hacking, though, is that those things will reset your tries. So if you do it before attempting, you only get 4 tries. There's a sensor module over here. It's very hard to see anything because the game is dark as balls. Yeah, there's nothing there. He says, ignoring the 2 bottles of whiskey on the floor. There were 2 bottles of whiskey on the floor here? Oh, there were. That's whiskey? It doesn't matter. Of course, I'm a drunk, so maybe I'm a bit biased. Ah, that explains it. Oh, a mini nuke. That comes in handy. You know, for my current nuke. I don't think the pulse mine actually matters though. Nah, those things suck. Those are bad mines. They should feel bad. There's another mini nuke in here? No, there isn't. It's a flamer fuel. A flamer fuel. That's a very good English. It's impossible to do jumps correctly. I think this is how we get down here to the lower levels. Yes, indeed. Actually, before we do that, there's something else that we're supposed to do. I think. Yeah, I was here already. This map is impossible. I just ran around for no reason. Wow. Okay, the game autosaved, right? Yeah. Let me quick save before I load the autosave. Because it's impossible to find the freaking exits. I want the quest to go away. There it is. More enemies. Who would have thunk? It's just rats. Hello. Overseer's office and security? Yeah, we did come from security. Oh, Overseer's office over here. Oh, cave-in. This game, this vault in particular needed a few more cave-ins. Oof. What? What? Okay. As I was saying, it needed a few more cave-ins, because there's a lot of rooms that don't lead anywhere. A lot of pre-war money here as well. So what do we have? Oh, okay. Computer. Requires a key. Please contact an administrator. Well, that is a surprise. I'm not 100% sure where these rats are. Don't feel frustrated. You've been struggling ever since we entered in here. Don't shoot me. My God. So it came from there. Gotcha. 08 to 8 caps. Use the map. The map is useless. It doesn't tell you anything because it goes over each other and yeah. Best way to value in the game. Yeah. Little rat just going around in the corridors. Unfortunately, my friends are busy right now. There's another rat. They're all after me. Oh, so many rats. What are we looking at? Thank you. Wow, it's almost as if you have auto aim. What is this? Eddie?
Here we go.
Oh, it's Mantis. Okay. It's like they had a barricade down here or something. Don't vote Clover. His family needs him. My hunger level is increased. Yeah, I understand. We're not gonna find any food down here, I wouldn't think. Apart from maybe some Mantis legs. I'm not sure I can cook down here either.
Looks like break time's over.
Let's find out.
Here we go.
Can you please not break my arms? My god. There are some barricades. Water? Highly radioactive water. It's like the fan in Fallout 4. Oh, this vault. The fan in Fallout. Oh, yeah. Did they have that? Oh my god. They had one in Skyrim. Of course they had to have one in Fallout 4. Missiles. You know what's the most realistic thing in Fallout universe? The usual shit people put in safes. I've seen some footage from safes found in abandoned storage lockers and they had inside anything but things with value. Yeah, because people don't have things with value. I would put things with value in a safe. I don't have a safe though, but I wouldn't put crap. I don't know where we're going. I do know that I want to eat. So what do I have for eating? Piñon nuts. Sounds good. Okay, I'm gonna eat some game fungus. Usually the safe is expensive. Yep. So what do we have here? Mines? Nope. Plastic skeletons. Because of course. And lots of them, apparently. Okay, what about that door? It is locked. This one is not. Hi.
Here we go.
Huh. Box of detergent. Thank you for opening the door. Is this reactor and cafeteria? Oh, this is the big room. Yeah, you guys are gonna need handle that because I'm not about that life. And now we're above the cafeteria room with an atrium computer. Prepared speech of Gus Olson, Ombudsman. I got an inventory item for that. Prepare speech of Gus Olson, Ombudsman, for the annual Overseer election. Good afternoon. Each year, it is the appointed task of the Ombudsman not only to officiate the election, but to chronicle it in hopes that after the last Overseer has finished his term and walked to his death in the chamber beneath his office, the vault has become still, that one day some excavator from humanity, or perhaps some yet unknown race of super beings, which might find our records and incorporate them into historical canon. But lately, it's occurred to me that that's not really why. I think the real reason we do it is because we want to believe that somewhere in the archives there's an answer to all of this. Or perhaps there will be one when the historical records are completed and the whole story is told. We want it to make sense, to understand why the Vault's mainframe will kill us if we do not offer one of our own as a yearly sacrifice, to fully comprehend why we continue to have these elections despite the unfettered corruption that has plagued it for what must be decades by now. There was a simpler time when elections meant shaking hands and kissing babies, but now with the rise of the voting blocks and this infestation of bribery, drug trafficking, smuggling, and God knows what else, capital G, we want to know why. Well, I've been through the archives, and I can tell you, you won't find the answer there. You'll find an account of the first Overseer who entered the vault as the only citizen aware of the sacrifices that would have to take place, but he didn't have the answers either. If he did, surely he would have foreseen the citizens' anger when he broke the news. Surely he would have guessed that they would want to choose a sacrifice democratically in the way that we citizens are accustomed to washing our hands of terrible deeds, and that his name would be at the top of the polls, and that the simultaneous vacancy of the Overseer and Martyr would forever fuse the two positions here in Vault 11. But he didn't. He had the answer. He had the answers no more than any of us. And the records state that after the citizens discovered that the sacrificial chamber's password was his wife's Betty's first name, and its door was unsealed so he could be offered as the first sacrifice, he walked down into that room crying like a child. I can only wonder if there are no answers to be found, and we are just going along with this because we don't see another choice. Nevertheless, I still hold on to hope that we can find one. I urge you all to take the journey I took, to remember that it wasn't so long ago that we were ruled by our civility and our dignity, and that those were times that we didn't have to be quite so ashamed. Thank you. Did he actually write that into the speech? What I think he wrote. According to the text of the speech that was given on the password, the locked password that we saw. I think he wrote that in there. Yes, thank you, Big Redskiver. He wrote it in there. Surely he would have guessed that they would want to choose a sacrifice democratically, in the way that we, citizens, are accustomed to washing our hands of terrible deeds. I'm not sure how this vault serves as a criticism of the American election system, or elective politics anyway, in regards to the war crimes committed by the US government and the atrocities committed by the US government, and how the American people wash their hands off of that. Because that's what's written over there. But the vault itself doesn't quite work in that level. The vault itself is more of a musing on how normalcy is so important. And safe, I think. The story that we see is one of just basically how tough it is for people to revolt against the status quo, even when the status quo is killing them. Because the alternative, it's basically the devil you know, right? Whereas the dynamics of the election of war criminals is much more complicated than that. It's about the lack of choice rather than the devil you know. It's more about I don't know. But we have the prepared speech of Gus Olson, Ombudsman for the Annual Overseer. It's a note. I assume it's the same thing we just read. Regar7, welcome to the stream. I think it's Delusions of the Electorate. Yeah, I think it might be that. Like, but that was what's written over here. Yeah, it's right here. I think it's what's written over there, but it's not really what the vault is about. It's kind of like this was either an afterthought or they designed the vault in a different way that didn't really... Like, I don't know. It's kind of interesting because it's in the text. It's just not in the game. New Vegas, damn timeless masterpiece, deserves a remaster. I don't know. It plays well. I think that there are much more content planned for this vault, but never got in. Yeah, I can see that actually, and I can see that as well in Vault 22. But I don't know if that's the case. I think so. It feels very much like an incomplete vault. Vault 22, in particular. Oh. Plastic skeletons. Oh, hi. Hello. No, you stay there. And red paint. Oh, that might be my blood, actually. No, this is red paint. Okay. Cafeteria. And they were entrenched in here, the plastic skeletons were. Ooh, food! This is good, because I need it. It's not much food, but it's some food. I think they're too much risk doing a remaster of the game. It's also, like, this is an enormous game. Doing a remaster, on what engine would they do it? You know what I mean? What engine is capable of sustaining this? I mean, their current engine for the Outer Worlds could sustain this. They would need a lot more systems, though. The Outer Worlds is a lot stripped. It's very stripped in terms of systems. Doesn't really have... When I say systems, I mean, like, features. Yeah, a lot of plastic skeletons and red paint. I really wish they would not have the plastic skeletons, to be honest. What's wrong with the corpse of people? You can have just dead people. Seriously, it doesn't make any sense. So many of them as well. Purified water in here. Water. Love it. Purified water. Fallout 4 engine. No, don't do that. No. That's not a remaster. I don't know if it will be. Let's hope. I'm not very trusting. Ooh, there's a lot of things in here. There's a lot of food. This is good news. This is really good news. We hit the mother lode. Nice. Of course, this is 5,000-year-old food, but we don't mind that because that's what we eat all day, every day. Let's see where we are. In terms of H2O, we're not too good. 136 in terms of food. $25, that's good enough. In terms of water, 304. A couple more Sunset Sarsaparillas. And we're good to go. Apart from all the dead people. I mean, that's fine by me, but still.
Just as a warning, my covert bandaging skills are a little rusty.
Kat Vilma, welcome to the stream. Good evening indeed. Welcome on in. Colonel, any thoughts on 2077? Asks Riger. I think it's uninspired and boring. Also buggy as hell. I didn't play it though, so take that with an enormous grain of salt because I didn't play the game. But I am watching a Let's Play. So if you want to watch a Let's Play, I recommend Keith Ballard on YouTube. Oof, don't go there. Outer Worlds is such a big disappointment, says Harry. Harry says that every time I mention Outer Worlds. Oh, we have underwater water. I have breathing apparatus, which is the best kind of apparatus. Rebreather. I could make the joke, but I'm not gonna make the joke because I'm very bad at jokes, as you well know. Where does this go? More plastic skeletons. And if you're wondering, no, plastic skeletons aren't supposed to be a joke. You're not supposed to laugh when I say they're plastic skeletons. You're supposed to analyze it critically, just as I do, and observe that they cannot be, indeed, the corpses of anybody, judging by the decomposition rate of everything around. It's not a joke, it's me being pedantic and boring. It's the opposite of a joke. Who's that? Oh, it's Eddie. Oh, it's just a plastic skeleton. Okay. I thought it was a power armor. So we're back up here. Okay. Rebreather out. Do the joke. The Outer Worlds in Unreal 4. Oh, is it? Oh. So you can make pretty much whatever you want, just tends to make graphics blurry. It's the dynamic level of detail loading, I think. But I can see that. 2027 or 2077 is a shitty GTA clone, says Harry. I got that impression as well. I expected it to be Mass Effect meets Deus Ex. Whoo! In an open world? No, that's never gonna happen. It's impossible to design a Deus Ex in an open world. The definition of Deus Ex is that it's tailor-suited. Tailor-suited? That doesn't feel right, but it probably is right. You know, just basically custom-tailored. That's the word. Custom-tailored for, like, specific approaches and specific paths. If you have, like, free reign over all the levels, there's no way to design levels like that. You can't design levels like Deus Ex in an open world. You can make it like a hub, for sure, but the thing with hubs is that they're really just a branching level masquerading as an open level, but they're not open levels. Rygar says it's not a bad game, it's a fun game, but not a good. I mean, it's totally fine. I tend to be a little bit apprehensive of criticizing games just flat out without explaining why I criticize games. In this case, you specifically asked my opinion, so I didn't feel like explaining. And also, I didn't play it, so I can't really explain very well. It's just my opinion. But I'm totally fine with people liking bad games, and certainly I'm totally fine with... when I say liking bad games is what I mean. I'm totally fine with people liking games and saying, it's not a very good game. I think that's a good attitude to have towards enjoying art, towards enjoying entertainment, and towards enjoying the time you do, the things that you do in your life. It's totally fine for you to say, I think it's good for you to say, I do this, but I know it's kind of bad, but whatever. But more importantly than that, more than doing something, more than liking something, having fun with something. You can have fun with bad things, and it's so fun sometimes to have bad things. And it's absolutely, like when I say this game is bad, and if you have fun with it, all the power. I love it. It's great to have fun with things. I love that you have fun with things. Absolutely, go ahead and have fun. I have fun with bad games. Can I think of a bad game that I have fun with? Let me think of a bad game that I have fun with. Trying to think of games that I have fun with. I don't play games to have fun a lot, but nothing comes to mind. But I know that I have fun with games that are bad, or any fun games. I'm real honestly trying to think of a game that I have fun with. I do. Just play games to have fun. I'm trying to maybe strategy. I'm thinking Command and Conquer Generals. It's a good example, I feel, of a bad game that I had fun with. It's a bad game. I had fun with it. Hard Truck Apocalypse. Oh, I know what that game is. I know that game. I think I've played it, but yeah. Oh, racing games. Yeah, I've played some racing games that I had fun with. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's certainly, like, I have, well, I'm thinking, what I'm doing right now is I'm thinking of the games that I play privately. Pretty much every single game that I play on the channel, I have fun with. And not all of them are good games. Let me think of a bad game that I played on the channel. What's the name of that game? What is the name? Insomnia. Insomnia the Ark. It's a bad game. There's nothing there, really. I had fun with it, though. I had fun. But I had my own kind of fun. Obviously, because I'm doing a Let's Play, and I'm engaging with the storyline in a way that's very specific to a Let's Player and all that sort of stuff. But I had fun with the game. Insomnia the Ark. I did. Totally fine. It's not a very good game. I didn't have fun with Pathfinder Kingmaker, though. I did at the beginning, but then not really. It's a better game than Insomnia the Ark. There's a lot of things to see over there. Do you know how to get there? I don't. I have no idea how to get there. They did a GTA clone over the top and embraced that, and it worked. It was like a B movie that embraced that, and it was a B movie. Saints Row. I thought I didn't. Yeah, I read your latest comment. I knew you were talking about Saints Row. I've never played Saints Row, but yeah, that's the point of Saints Row, as far as I know. But I never played it. This level is absolutely impossible to navigate. How do you get there? How do you like? What is that mess? Do you know what I mean? I know what that mess is. It's the CL. I am exactly where I want to be. That's what it is. Fixing level design. There's very little other words for that. New Vegas doesn't have this often, but when it does, it's in vaults. The vaults are unnavigable. And this is where we haven't been yet. Uh-oh. Seriously? You broke all of my limbs? More plastic skeletons. And mantises. Give me medkits. I did not need that. Any of this. I did not need any of this. Stealth boy. I needed that. I will need that. Dirty water. I don't need it. Eddie. Gimme. Gimme. You don't have it, do you? Nah. We're screwed. Total Overdose. I think I have seen that game. I'm not sure I played it. Cosmos Cosmic Adventure is what I'm currently playing, says Ghostface. Don't know the game. Gothic 3 is a good one. It's a good example, actually, of a bad game that I have fun with. I'm back at Neverwinter Nights 2. I definitely have to play that game on the channel as well. I played Andromeda release. It's bad, but it's fun. It's a good example, I would say. It's an old game, I see, from 1990. Total Overdose, yeah, Total Overdose is for the PS2, I think. Bad game I love. It's called Spore. I hate it. Spore is so boring. Oh boy. But is it PC? I didn't know. I thought it was yeah, I thought it was PS3. The PS2. Differential pressure controller. Why don't mind if I do. Because I do. I also need doctor's bags, please. I'm swimming with all my chests broken. This radiation is gonna kill me. No, it isn't. It's fine. Gothic 2 Remaster is happening, right? I wish. I wish. I don't understand these traps half the time. Oh. We're back over here. Also, these things are super dangerous because your companions will kill themselves in those. Eddie specifically will kill itself in those. I think we did everything. I played Spore back when it came out. Found it recently. It's fun about 15 minutes in the first build. Didn't have internet at the time, so didn't catch the... Yeah. Spore stage 1 forever. There's a free version of it that is basically Spore stage 1 forever. Later on, there's a lot of games that play off of that sort of mechanic that Spore did. Although, by the time Spore came out, there were already other games that were like Spore. It's basically the... that itch.io game or whatever. What is it called? The one that you have a serpent and you go around eating other serpents. Snaker.io? I don't remember the name. Oh, arcade. I need a freaking break. My limbs are all broken. Log on admin. Enter password now. Password entered. Welcome, Overseer. Overseer order 745. Effective immediately. The traditional selection. Yeah, that's the same as before. But we can open the sacrificial chamber. I don't want to be sacrificed. I don't know about you guys, but I'm good as I am. I mean, we're going in there, but... Oh. There's red paint over here as well. And I say red paint because... Oh.
Congratulations, Martyr. Your fantastic journey is only just beginning. Please proceed to the light.
The what? What do you mean the light? There's no light in here. You are crippled. That's your face.
The light is calming and puts your mind at ease. Go to the light.
I see the light now. Ah. Pretty light. I'm limping a little bit. You understand? Oh, these are the lights. Of course. Oh, there's a chair.
Welcome. Please sit in the chair. The show is about to begin.
Is it? Okay. I see blood. Sorry, red paint. Underneath the carpet.
The show requires that you sit in the chair.
Okay. Betrayals.
Greetings, Martyr, and welcome. If you're here now, it means you've been offered up as a sacrifice so that your vault can continue to thrive. Currently, you may be feeling sad or angry. Perhaps you never got to have grandkids, or to enjoy the pleasures of a fresh cigar. But march with your chin held high, soldier, and remember that each of us has an important role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal the sick. For others,
that's not healing the sick.
It might mean they will drive a race car.
That's also not a race
fly
car.
Rocket ship. And some of us are meant to forfeit our lives for the good of the people. Sure, it might not be as fun as driving a race car, but it's every bit as important. Let's take a moment to reflect on the moments that made your life worth living. Think about that time you kissed your steady girl for the first time under the bleachers at the big game. Or when you snuck out after curfew to catch that new flick that your parents wouldn't let you see because it was too scary. Boy, were they right. And who could forget when you met the love of your life? What a looker. These are just examples. Do you feel that feeling stirring in your chest as you think of these things? Good. What you are feeling is peace. You've led a great life. Living it has been its own reward. But it is only the beginning. Close your eyes now and imagine what joys await you in the next life.
Kitty!
The afterlife. Can you see them? Good.
You're not fooling me! I know exactly what you're up to.
Every day is a good day to die.
Oh, you're dying a lot. Wow. Oh, there's turrets. Arcade has died. No. Why did Arcade sacrifice himself? Just kidding, Arcade didn't sacrifice himself. There's a lot of plastic skeletons back here. Just saying. A lot of robots as well. Arcade didn't sacrifice himself. Let's do that again. I think I'm gonna disable. I'm gonna make him Hardcore mode off. Maybe I should attack that way first. Trying to punch. Done and done. Where's arcade?
In my medical opinion, that could have gone better.
Yes. And mostly it only went like that because I can't be bothered to give you better armor. So I can pretend that I gave you better armor. You goofy fool! I didn't need him for anything. At least I don't think so. Well, we know how they get sacrificed then, don't we? Yeah, I knew that was coming. It's also pretty obvious because they shout before they open the gates. Oh, Robo Brain. My favorite. A little bit of onion, you know, and a grill. Lovely times. But they don't have any loot. And I don't think there's anything here for us either. Apart from death. Did I get more cripple? I don't think I got any more. No, there is something else. There's a door here. There's a mainframe. Override lockdown. System recording. Vault 11 solution. Automated response Vault 11 solution. And I can override lockdown. I assume that opens the doors. Override complete. Let's listen to the solution then.
Alright, I know you can hear me, so listen up. There's 5 of us left. 5
Our kid died in battle.
So, it's over.
In the late 90s.
And it's over. We're not gonna send anybody to die anymore. So shut off our water, our gases, or do whatever it is you're programmed to do. But we're done listening to you.
That's the same voice as this one. I think. Over here.
Are we really gonna do this?
Yep.
Congratulations, citizens of Vault 11. You have made the decision not to sacrifice one of your own.
That's the solution.
You can walk with your head held high, knowing that your commitment to human life is a shining example to us all. And to make that feeling of pride even sweeter, I have some exciting news. Despite what you were led to believe, the population of Vault 11 is not going to be
MAME to emulate arcade if he dies. What is that?
Instead, the mechanism to open the main vault door has now been enabled, and you can come and go at your leisure. But not so fast. Be sure to check with your overseer to find out if it's safe to leave. Here at Vault Tech, your safety is our #1 priority.
Beautiful irony at the end. Not them being ironical, just the situation being ironical. Because, you know. Yeah. So they were trapped inside the vault. And when they finally found the way out, they decided to kill themselves instead. Huh. See you later, Ghostface. I'm going to bed as well because it's already 1 a.m. And I have many broken limbs in my character, and I still need to upload videos for tomorrow. So I have to get going as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you very much for the fun comments and chats and all that. Is that the way out? I don't think it is. You don't know MAME, Multiple Arcade Machine Emulator. Oh, right. I see what you mean. I don't actually know MAME. I see what the joke is supposed to be. I just didn't get it because I'm a scrub. I don't know the things. But yeah, I don't know Multiple Arcade Machine Emulator. I assume it's like it's for like dedicated circuitry emulation and stuff like that. Because as far as I know, the arcade machines have like they're basically consoles. They're basically dedicated consoles. And we finally made our way out, because this, like, the freaking vault is a maze. Did you have arcades in Portugal? We did. Just very sort of sparse. Not sparse, but like, there's no arcades in every small town. You know what I mean? So, like, for example, here in the city that I live, I don't think we've ever had arcades. If you want arcades, you need to go to the big city, and then you'd get arcades there. So I played arcades. Well, actually, what I'm talking about isn't. We had arcades, just not. We had some arcade machines every once in a while here and there, but it's not like the big arcade, it's the one arcade that you get, you know what I mean, in that particular mall or something like that. MAME 32, right. It aims to emulate as many arcade game boards as possible. Well, yeah, that's basically my story as well. Just the one machine. I remember the one that we had was Burnout. No, not Burnout. What is it called? Outrun. It was Outrun, and it's the version that had the little Sonic keychain sort of moving around. There's multiple Outrun versions of the arcade. It's the one that's I think it's like the fancy one, and I drove in it once when I was 6, so that was it. You had a huge 2-level arcade in a shopping mall with tons of games. We do have that as well, but it's like 10-15 miles away, and we never go there. Super Mario World, my god. Goodbye, plastic skeletons and your red paint. Goodbye, Vault 11. That's a good end of an episode right there. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the end of the episode over there. Sometimes it happens. 10 miles is like 15, 16. Yeah, so it's not that far. But the thing is, you wouldn't go there. We don't go to the big city. It's not that far. It's not that far in objective terms, for sure. But we just don't do that. So where am I? I need to go back to Vault 11. Let's go to Good Springs, because I want to heal. And I also am gonna leave behind. I have some things that I need to drop, but we don't need to worry about those right now. We basically would only go to the big city as a kid. I'm saying as a kid, if like for very special occasions, for things that happened, like you'd need to buy something very specific, like books for school, you know. I'm hurt. There we go. The biggest city nearby for me is almost 100 kilometers. Yeah, that's also, you know, that's a reality here as well for a lot of people. I'm just lucky enough to live actually close to the big city, but that doesn't mean I go there, or I went there. I went there earlier today, to precisely a place very close to arcade machines. But I went there. I didn't go for arcade machines, obviously. Vault 11. That's where we're going. That's where we're starting the next stream. But that's going to be that for today, because it is late for me, and I need to upload videos for tomorrow. So, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I will be streaming on New Year's Eve. I will be passing... Burp. I will be passing burps. I will be passing the year here. At least I think so. I probably will. I mean, if it's up to me. I will be passing the year on live, on camera. Although by the time I start streaming, some of you are already in the next year. You know how it goes. And I will be playing something. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe. And I'll see you in 2 days' time. Bye-bye. I was going to stop recording. That's not how I... That's not the button that I need to do. It's this button over here.